And we are live. Hello, hello, hello to everybody that's out there. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sebastian's Davies Dark Tournament, episode 14. How are all of you? I hope you are all well. I hope your new year has been very great as well. Just want to say thank you to everybody that's here on time. Truly appreciate it, as always. And this is that One Piece talk. So my name is Larry.
So,
and this is that One Piece talk. We're gonna debate some very good categories that me and Sebastian have literally said. We kind of can't wait until it's over because we're very excited to talk about what the next huge tournament will be, and I'm very excited about it. But other than that, I don't need to speak anymore because this is Sebastian's thing. So, go ahead, Sebastian. I'll lift my hands up to you like Goku.
welcome everyone to the Davey Dark Tournament, the show where we pit you guys against one another and have you debate your favorite combatants in the Discord. As always, it's going to be who you got, what div, and why. We're going to finally finish the legendary duos bracket. We are featuring some really dope matchups with Roger and Rayleigh going up against Whitebeard and Odin, and Kaido and Big Mom matching up against Garp and Sengoku. These should be hotly debated. I'm really interested to see what you guys' takes are. But by all means, please, everybody who's interested, please join us in the Discord voice channel, the entrance to the den, and then we will drag you up so that you can debate for who you think wins in each of these matchups. Should be a lot of fun, and we'll finally crown a champion. We do ask that everybody who is willing to join in, stay muted until you are, when you're dragged in, until you are called upon, so that we don't have everybody talking all over each other and stuff. It's a little hard to do that. Ignore Larry. But yeah, should be a lot of fun. Last week we had some interesting matchups, some interesting conversations. I expected more of the same this week. I did want to point out that we are only 60 subscribers away from 5,000. So if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. It's a huge goal for me and Larry and twins. And I don't know, just subscribe if you haven't already, and like the stream. Be sure to like this. That also helps us in the YouTube algorithm. Yes. Thank you guys so much for jumping in early. I don't know what Larry's on. Shanked him. I don't know what he's on. He's wilding though. He's wilding.
Yes, thank you. Almost 5K. I mean, yeah, listen, man. Seb, it feels so much larger than 5K.
It does, man.
It does by a lot.
Yeah, we got a really dope community, man.
I'll be thinking like, yo, we really got like 50.
If you feel like 50K, man. Yo, can you imagine when we get there?
Bro, if we had the same amount of discussion and attention from the community and like debate and consistent camaraderie, bro, 50K would seem like 10 times more than this, bro. That's a lot.
I mean, that's exactly what 10 times.
Yeah, like imagine 10 more Strahds, bro.
Oh man, there's only one Strahd, bro.
You know what I'm saying? There's only one Strahd. But he'd be competing, bro, you know? Wouldn't be able to put out those amazing gifts no more. Also, Celestial Donkey, thank you for the 6 months. He says hashtag Buggy Gang. He became a 𝐓𝐢𝐭 tier member, which is the highest tiers that you can have for our YouTube membership. Thank you, CD. You know you're loved. Strahd says hashtag 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐞 Larry, and he signed up for 3 months consecutively of being also a 𝐓𝐢𝐭 level member for our YouTube membership. And then we have 𝐸𝐿_NOSUKE. He donated $2 and says, yo, what's up, Nakama? Let's have some good debates. Thank you guys so much.
They're not debates today. All right? They arguments. No, I'm kidding.
And then 𝐸𝐿_NOSUKE sent another $2. He says, for 50K, debates would last all day. Yo, we would probably have to have 50 signups, right? Like we'd have to have like, you know, the first 30 people to sign up, right? Like we wouldn't be able to do this with like 150 people, you know?
No, probably not.
Yeah, it would be a lot. All right. So, what do you want to do?
All right. I was not there early to see who was in here earliest.
Yeah, me either. But We kind of have a good group so far. It's not that many people. We have like 10 people. Yeah, we have 10,
it's
so we
about
could do
10.
5 and 5.
We can do 5 and 5. Yeah, just I guess grab the first 5 and then we'll do the next 5.
Okay.
I guess I don't know if Nerd Taku's coming, but I do see Aaron Tate. I don't know if we
Yeah.
want to do the Taku and Tate together.
No, they don't always have to be together.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll push the first 5 through. So we have Aaron Tate, Ragnar, Balanik,
It's
Balenci, and then we got Shin.
Larry.
Yes.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know I got pulled in. I was already in. We was having a whole conversation. My bad.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. You straight.
All right. What's up, gentlemen? How are you?
Hey.
Who's that?
What's up, G?
It's the
Yeah.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the DDT. Y'all already know what it is. Good evening for those of y'all on the East Coast. How's it going? You know the rules. Who you got, what diff, and why. When I call on you, let me know. The first matchup is going to be Roger and Rayleigh versus Whitebeard and Odin. So, who you got, what diff, and why? And we'll start with Shin, because I heard him talking a little earlier. He's in argument mode already, so I'm ready.
Oh, you all right? We was arguing this exact same fight back in the waiting room. Oh my God. So I got Rayleigh and Roger. I'm just gonna say this. Well, I'm gonna keep it short, and then I'm gonna give my opening statements later, so I can just rebuttal. But like Roger and Rayleigh, and once I said it again, I said it last week. Odin is gonna be the liability in this. I'm pretty sure Rayleigh is more proficient in hockey than Odin. We can all agree to that, because based off Rayleigh stopping Marco with one finger, I don't think Odin is stopping him with one finger. Maybe he's definitely folding Marco right there, because that was a young Marco. But Rayleigh is gonna have an easier time. Rayleigh and Roger are close to each other in terms of how, like, a parallel to Zoro and Luffy. Prime, both of them in their prime. Zoro and Luffy not in their prime right now. But by the end of the story, Zoro and Luffy will be somewhat close to each other. Just like how Rayleigh and Roger was in their prime. And Odin was fighting who? 𝐓𝐢𝐿𝐴 when they fought the Roger Pirates? That's who he fought? Rayleigh is stronger than 𝐓𝐢𝐿𝐴. In my opinion, if y'all want to rebuttal that, I'm pretty sure Rayleigh is going to be stronger than 𝐓𝐢𝐿𝐴. And just like how Roger said Odin flying with just one swipe, and Odin was gone, like sent back to the other side of the island, that's not happening to Rayleigh, I don't think. But that's all I got to say. Roger and Rayleigh is taking his dub.
All right, appreciate the take, Shin. We'll go to JT.
Hey, yo, Shin speaking facts. I got the same thing, he basically said everything. I'll say my main points to their battle, but yeah, Roger, Rayleigh. Are we saying diff?
Yeah, who you got, what diff, and why?
Yeah.
I don't think
Roger and Rayleigh.
Oh, my bad.
You good?
I mean, it is Whitebeard and Odin, so I think anything below very, very high diff is kind of disrespectful. But I'll say very high diff.
Okay, that's fair. Balenci.
I got Roger and Rayleigh high diff, and my main problem is I don't see Odin being able to box with a hockey proficient Rayleigh. He just know how to use hockey within his source. He don't know how to use observation or conquers like as a proficient as Rayleigh do. So that's about it.
Okay. I actually have some pushback on that, but I guess I'll wait to Ragnar. Do we got Ragnar? Was Ragnar arguing in the den?
Nah, he was muted, but he was muted.
He might not be on.
Yeah, I guess
we
we're
can
just
circle
gonna take
drop him.
Ragnar out.
Yeah.
And then I'll put Muppets. I don't know if Muppets would be willing, but
Well, we'll go to Aaron Tate first. Give him up some time to record. Just got dragged in. But
Yeah.
Tate, what's up, man? How you doing? Who you got? What diff and why?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's up, man?
You ain't been calling, Tate. Where you been at, bro?
I tried to catch the show yesterday, but stuff happened and I couldn't call in. So that's on me. I take that one.
It's all right. I'm gonna come at you every time though. Every time.
Please do. I miss y'all. I think for me, this is tough. I think we all can pretty much agree that Roger and Whitebeard cancel each other out. So it does come down to Oden and Rayleigh. When I look at Oden and Rayleigh is a really good matchup, actually. I think I don't know who said it, but they were saying that Oden isn't as proficient in hockey usage as Rayleigh is, and I would disagree, considering the fact that the samurais of Wano literally train in the usage of Ryo, which we know is an advanced application of armament hockey. Yes, Rayleigh knows Ryo, but so does Oden. Yes, Rayleigh has conqueror's hockey, but so does Oden. I would say that Rayleigh's observation is probably better than Oden's, but Oden does have the advantage of conqueror's coding. We know that Rayleigh has conqueror's hockey, but we don't know if he knows how to utilize conqueror's coding. So I would say that does give Oden the advantage over Rayleigh. And then I also have to ask, can we see Rayleigh fighting Kaido? Like Oden did fight Kaido, right? Regardless of how you think the matchup would have gone if it was fair, like he did like go one-on-one with Kaido and hold his own for a while. Do we think that Rayleigh can not only fight Kaido but hold his own for an extended period of time? And to be honest with you, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. And I love Rayleigh as much as the next guy, but Rayleigh is probably one of like top 3 most hyped characters in One Piece. And I do think that means something. Like for him to have as much clout now as an old man, he had to have been some kind of monster in his youth. But I don't know if he can fight Kaido. So because I don't know if he can fight Kaido, because I know that Oden has conqueror's coding, I have to give the edge to Oden. So I would go Whitebeard and Oden in this matchup.
What's the diff?
Extreme diff, no doubt. Extreme diff, no less than extreme diff.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Appreciate the take, Aaron. Muppets.
Hey, I'm giving this to Odin and Rayleigh. Like we've seen Odin just one sword push Odin 20,000 feet away easily, and then we saw Rayleigh old state fighting animals. Well, not fighting animals, but just holding back animals easily. The only thing is going to be about Odin and Whitebeard just fighting it out. I think the other two just ain't going to be a problem in this fight. It's going to be very difficult for either side.
All right. Muppets, I think you're saying Roger and Rayleigh are winning, right? You were saying Odin or Roger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Winning. It could go either way because this whole fight is just speculative. The only time we actually seen all 4 of these in prime is just during the flashback of Odin, and we only saw Odin pushing Roger pushing Odin away, and then that's
right. All right. Does anybody want to either change their take or give a rebuttal to something you heard in this first go round? Because I know Tate's the only one who said Whitebeard and Odin, and each of you all said Roger and Rayleigh. So is Tate defend your case, or Shin, JT, Muppets, Valencia convince Tate? I guess. I don't know.
Roll the sleeves up. So, so you were saying you don't know if Rayleigh can hold his own against not even Prime Kaido, because that was not Prime Kaido, against Kaido from 22 years ago. Rayleigh, Prime, the best in his condition, can't hold his own for an extended period of time. If not beat Kaido, I think that is absolutely blasphemous if you don't think Rayleigh can beat a not even Prime Kaido. A not even Prime Kaido is beating A prime Rayleigh. That is absolutely blasphemous. And then you said Odin got Conqueror's Haki coding, and you don't think if Rayleigh got it or something like that? I'm not sure. I must have misheard or something. But I'm going to say this. Rayleigh is a smart dude. We all know that. He can pick up on things. Like, we know he's smart to some level of degree. He's not finna just be the right-hand man of the Pirate King, and you're not at least some level of, like, smart. Because, you know, Roger was a real free-spirited type of guy. Somebody had to be, like, the real smart dude of the crew. Like, someone had to be like that. And I'm pretty sure that was Rayleigh. Rayleigh obviously saw... he was there in Guy Valley. We know that for a fact because it was the Roger Pirates and Garp and whatever fodder vice admiral he wanted to bring versus the Rocks Pirates. Rayleigh obviously saw the Conqueror's Haki coding, advanced Conqueror's Haki coding. We know he got advanced armament. We seen it when he showed Luffy with the bounce off against the elephant. That's some form of advance. And then we also seen Rio. But I'm getting into the Conqueror's Haki point of things. It's absolutely blasphemous if you don't think Rayleigh picked up on advanced Conqueror's Haki coding with the non-touching, and he didn't learn that because Rayleigh has Conqueror's Haki as well. We all know that. You don't think Rayleigh has advanced Conqueror's coding out of all the times, however many times you want to see Roger and Whitebeard do this? We know he's seen it multiple times because when Whitebeard and Roger did it, they didn't pan to Rayleigh about, oh my God, they're not touching, or what is this? He obviously knew what it was, and I'm pretty sure he obviously has it. You can go, Aaron. Go ahead. Go.
So your argument that because Rayleigh saw Conqueror's coding being utilized, that he was able to automatically learn how to do it himself.
Luffy did it.
So is Rayleigh one of a kind like Luffy is?
Hey, he's just like Zoro, and Zoro did it. Am I wrong? Zoro did it. He might have just happened to unlock it, and that's what happened. Hey,
but that's okay. But even if that's the case, that's speculation versus something that we know for a fact Odin has. 2, you don't have to be in your prime in order to beat somebody. We see Luffy and Zoro and all of the Straw Hats do it every single arc. You don't have to be in your prime to defeat a strong opponent or to defeat someone else who was also in their prime. Like, Luffy is nowhere near his prime. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I agree with that.
Okay,
he's not in his prime.
Is Zoro in his prime?
No, he's not in his prime until he beat Mihawk.
Right, but they've been beating people that are already in their prime. So that argument doesn't hold up either.
So that's the argument you're using of why non-prime Kaido is beating prime Rayleigh. That's your argument.
It's not beyond the pale. I'm saying that it's not outlandish to think that someone who is not in their prime, Kaido, who was already recognized as a strong creature, can beat someone who was in their prime. Prime doesn't necessarily mean that you're the strongest person. It just means you're the strongest. It just means you're the strongest. Right, you're the strongest version of yourself. But even the strongest version of yourself may not be strong enough to beat someone else. So I don't think it's blasphemous to think that, well, because Odin was able to fight Kaido, that automatically means that Rayleigh was able to fight Kaido. I think Odin has certain applications in his favor that allowed for him to fight Kaido that Rayleigh just simply doesn't have, or we don't know Rayleigh to have. Right?
What are the implications? If you don't mind me asking, I'm sorry.
Odin was a physical specimen. Like, bro came out of the womb just being ridiculously strong, and his physique was crazy. Like, that gives him an advantage, a size advantage or a physical advantage at that. Like, he had, I don't think you can argue that his physical strength, that Rayleigh's physical strength was stronger than Odin's physical strength. Would you argue that?
Like, we haven't seen anything, but I can say his definitely Haki, just like Haki, is above all, and his fighting skill is definitely up there, if not past Odin.
But attack power matters though, and I don't think
it's not that big of a gap as you believe it is.
But I don't believe Rayleigh's attack power was enough to stand up against someone like Kaido.
Why? So you telling me that attack power and like somewhat Haki proficiency, even though your Haki might be off the charts good, you telling me Odin's attack power is so much higher than Rayleigh's, that Rayleigh, since his attack power is so low, like you saying, that
That's
he
not what
can't
I'm
even.
saying.
Please further describe it then.
I'm not saying Rayleigh doesn't have a high attack power. I'm saying Odin's attack powers is higher than that, which allowed for him to fight someone like Kaido, who has supreme attack power on top of stacking Haki on top of that. So that's all I'm saying. So to me, I just believe Odin has a few advantages over Rayleigh that would give Odin the edge. Attack power, Conqueror's coding. They are both proficient in Haki, but we don't know Rayleigh to have Conqueror's coding. We just don't. And Rayleigh seems more of like a tactical fighter than just a brawls, straight up 1v1, just throwing hands. You know what I mean? Like they both utilize swords. So, and then Odin was someone who's been trained as a samurai, as a swordsman all of his life. Like he probably is more proficient in swordplay. So I'm thinking all of these things in conjunction with one another is what's giving him the edge over Rayleigh.
And I'm gonna say this because of the swordplay stuff. I'm gonna say that Larry says this all the time. You might be a better swordsman, but are you a better fighter? That don't mean nothing. Rayleigh can use his sword. He can use his fist just like he used his fingers against Marco. He can kick, scratch, punch. He can do all that. He might be a better fighter than Odin. Just because we haven't seen God Valley. Odin ain't got hands? I never said that. Look, just like he said, his attack, just like you said, I never said his attack power was low. I never said that. Odin might have hands. Most of the time we've seen him use swords. Not only that, when the Whitebeard Roger Pirates was fighting, he was literally on the beach fighting 𝗀𝗄𝐿. And if you think 𝗀𝐿 is as strong as Rayleigh, because I view it like this, just like how it was Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, and like Sanji is obviously weaker than Zoro, 𝗀𝗄𝐿 is obviously weaker than Rayleigh. Like, let's keep it a buck here. Let's keep it a buck. And
are you going based on the anime or the manga?
What, he didn't fight 𝗀𝗄𝐿 in the manga or something? Like, am I missing something? I'm like, ain't the anime canon to some degree?
Yeah, but they be adding their own little extra stuff, bro. Like, come on.
I'm like, I guess.
That wasn't in the manga per se.
Okay, yeah. But if Odin did fight Rayleigh, it would be in the manga, but he did not. We did not see that. Maybe it might have been a reason. But like I'm saying, Prime Rayleigh is definitely the strongest opponent Odin has fought.
Question: Do you think Odin, at the time that the Whitebeard and the Whitebeard Pirates and the Roger Pirates fought, is the same strength as Odin after he ended his journey with the Roger Pirates?
No, you talking about after he did the little shuffling dance in the street and then fought Kaido? Nah.
So you agree that Odin was much stronger after his voyage with the Roger and the Whitebeard Pirates, right, than he was when he first started?
Yes.
Do you think that Rayleigh got stronger, or did he just stay the same level?
He obviously got stronger. Because after Odin left the Roger Pirates, they were still on the seas for some time because we didn't get news of the Roger being disbanded or like the Roger dying until like a couple like half a year or something, like after Odin or something. I'm not sure about the time frame, but it was definitely after Odin was back on Wano for some time that Roger died and the Roger Pirates disbanded.
But you say Rayleigh obviously got stronger. How is that obvious? We don't know what Rayleigh was doing. For all we know, he went back to 𝗀𝗄𝐿 and was shacking up with 𝘴𝐿𝐼.
Oh my God, this speculation. Oh my God, like it's just blasphemous to me that you don't think like Rayleigh obviously was the right hand man. I can't wait till we see God Valley. I honestly can't, because the right hand man of the Pirate King is weaker than the brother of Whitebeard. The strongest man. I don't think Odin even had a moniker right like that, like the strongest swordsman or the strongest samurai. But other than that, you don't think just because Rayleigh, it didn't show that Rayleigh had advanced Conqueror's Haki or like Conqueror's Haki coding, we just gonna leave it up to speculation that he didn't? That's what we're gonna do now.
Okay, so everybody in the series that has Conqueror's Haki, they can utilize Conqueror's coding.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Okay, so why?
But
so
Roger,
why is it that
they was the Pirate King's crew, though. They was the Pirate King's crew. Like, what are you talking about? If you don't think the right-hand man, the first commander, the person right after Roger on his crew didn't have Conqueror's Haki coding, and we know for a fact he had Conquerors, it's absolutely crazy to me. You're just gonna leave it up to speculation.
But listen to what I'm saying. You're arguing speculation over fact. I'm not saying it's wrong to speculate that Rayleigh had Conqueror's coding, considering that he was the right hand to the Pirate King, and he does have confirmed Conquerors. But what I'm saying is we've never seen it, nor has it been confirmed that he has it. Versus Oden, who is confirmed to have it, and we've also seen it. So in a situation like this, we have to give the advantage to Oden. Now, if it was a situation where neither Rayleigh nor Oden was confirmed to have Conqueror's coding, then we can go speculation for speculation. But because we're going speculation over facts, facts has to rule in this situation, does it not? Or am I tripping? If I'm bugging, let me know.
I'm like, anybody else can say what they want to say, but I'm gonna stick true to my beliefs because I'm a conqueror. You bugging. You mad bugging. You mad bugging. You bugging.
Yo, shit. I'm a conqueror, bro.
That's absolutely crazy. Like, just because, like, that's like saying, oh yeah, Garp don't have advanced conquerors. Like, Garp can't even, like, he ain't got conquerors. He ain't got none of that. Garp was just out here with regular armament, just teaming up with, like, just going class to class with Roger with his advanced conquerors. Oh yeah, I got my armament ready.
I ain't gonna give my take yet, but there's exceptions to every rule, man.
Exceptions. So why can't we have exceptions now? Why can't we have exceptions now? Like, that's crazy. We want to make exceptions for when y'all want to make y'all argument right. But when I say Rayleigh, which is highly probable,
Shit, you killing me with the pronunciation, bro.
Rayleigh?
It's Rayleigh, bro.
It's Rayleigh, bro.
Rayleigh.
So you say, how do you spell sleigh? How do you spell sleigh?
God, we not doing
like when Santa riding his sleigh, it's SLEIGH, right? So Rayleigh, exactly.
But don't you watch the anime?
I'm saying,
okay, in the anime they pronounce it Rayleigh.
Bro, I don't care how they pronounce it. Rayleigh.
Okay, I'm gonna start calling you Shine then, brother.
Do what you want to. Ain't no E at the end of my name, so do what you want to do.
Oh man! All right, before we drop y'all, because that was fun. We got another group in here. Does anybody else, JT, 𝗵𝗫𝗁𝐶, Muppets, want to give their take? Have y'all switched y'all opinion up? Have y'all been swayed by Aaron? Are you doubling down? What's up? Final takes.
No, I'm doubling down. I feel like it's crazy to think Whitebeard Oden got that. Aaron, you crazy.
I feel like Aaron's disrespecting the right hand to the strongest man ever, you know? So I feel like that's mad disrespectful. Also, Seb, if you say that Rayleigh, if you give your take and you say that Rayleigh does not have Conqueror's coding, but you want to speculate that Dragon's the top 5 in the verse in the top 30 episode,
talk, please.
This is me right now.
Talk.
I'm gonna give my take when I give it, but just know I am of the belief Rayleigh has conquered. Okay, that is a very.
I was about to say.
Yeah, that's not an extreme speculation to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not like I'm dying on the hill to say that this or that.
Right.
I just want to point out, we know Oden got it. We don't know Rayleigh got it. I'm of the belief he got it. But if you want to argue that you don't believe he has it, I ain't gonna be out here like, nah, you're crazy. This is that. I'm gonna disagree. But this is what it is.
I do want to say one thing before we all get off. There is a difference between Conqueror's coding and advanced Conqueror's coding. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Just so everybody knows, because I know sometimes we get mixed up thinking that the advanced form is the regular form, and it's not. The advanced form is not touching in comparison to the regular form where they are touching.
Yeah, and Rayleigh got both. Oden, unfortunately, does not.
Hey, I'm gonna say one last thing.
That's speculation. But he's allowed to think that though. If you can rank Rayleigh that high if you do. You know what I'm saying? You can do that.
And I'm not saying you can't. If you're just trying to judge how strong you think Rayleigh is, then it's cool to speculate that he has all these things. But I'm saying when you're pitting him against someone who is confirmed to have certain applications that he is not confirmed to have, how is that fair to then put your speculation of him over someone who we have facts about? That really makes sense to y'all?
My last point, 52-year-old man was throwing an admiral. That's all I got. That's my last point. 52-year-old man was throwing an admiral. So that's crazy.
Wasn't he older than that?
Nah, he was 78. He was like 78.
Yeah, I feel he was much older than 52.
But I'm saying he was stall. Let's be clear. He was stalling an admiral, but he was getting tired a lot quicker than what you call it was 𝐬𝐻 was. So let's not act like he was just going toe to toe and it was a battle to the death. He was stalling him for a period of time, and then he admitted during the fight that if he can't hold up like he used to in his younger days. He was sweating. 𝐬𝐻 was laughing in his face while still trying to get to the straw.
I'm like, that's fine with me. I wish Odin lived this long. Honestly, I wish Odin lived this long.
What? Me too, but unfortunately, he went up against one of the strongest creatures in the world. So
I ain't trying to. I'm done. I'm done. You know what?
All right. Well, I appreciate the takes, y'all. Got real fiery real early today. I like that.
Yeah, this was a good matchup.
Yeah. But all right, we're going to drop you guys down. Feel free to stick around. We'll definitely love to have you guys back in for one of the other matchups later tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, see y'all later.
All right, and then I'll get
Oh, Larry, before we get people in here, I want to shout out 𝐲𝐿𝐴. He sent another $2. It says, Shin going off. Talk your stuff, bro. We got another Roger and Rayleigh supporter in 𝐲𝐿𝐴, it seems. But yeah.
we'll see if Ragnar's here, but if not, then we'll just drop him again.
All right, welcome, gentlemen. Welcome to the DDT. Y'all know the game. Y'all know the vibes. Before we get started, I do want to shout out 𝗀𝐿𝐴. That is a fire PFP, bro. It is. That Zoro one with the... I like that. That's cool. Ragnar, you back?
I hope so. Oh, Ragnar.
Yo, kick Ragnar, yo.
Yeah, we
gotta
kick
Ragnar.
Ragnar, bro.
I mean,
Gotta
hey.
kick him.
Gotta kick him, man.
The man's working.
Man. It's all right. But welcome, gentlemen. Yeah, I know the matchup. Whitebeard and Rayleigh versus Roger. Whitebeard and Odin versus Roger and Rayleigh. Who you got? What diff? And why? And we'll start with Oz.
All right. What's up, boys?
What up?
So I got Roger and Rayleigh. I'm one of those people that also believe that Rayleigh has Conqueror's coding, advanced Conqueror's coding, whatever you want to call it. I think he has it too. And then I've always had Roger over Whitebeard, and I have that. It's extreme diff. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely extreme diff. But I just don't think Odin was there. Like we know Odin wasn't in his prime, even when he was fighting Kaido. So to think that a prime Odin, like a prime Rayleigh, can't take on what the hell, Strahd. If you think that he can't take on, if you think that Odin can actually take on Rayleigh, I think you're bugging. Because like even during the flashback, you could still tell that like we knew that once Odin joined Whitebeard, like Odin was number 2 because he was the only one that was called Little Bro. But every time we saw him interacting within the Roger Pirates, you still always saw the person who was closest to Roger was always Rayleigh. And that to me is like I don't care how much portrayal everybody wants to put into how important Odin is, because he was important, but he was important to the Roger just because of the utility of him being able to read the poneglyphs. He was not on the level of Rayleigh, and like I said, I don't think it's too far of a stretch to think that a 74-year-old man that was able to take on Kizaru and Admiral, if you don't think that he has advanced Conqueror's coding, then you're bugging. That's all I gotta say.
Is that the thing?
All right. Appreciate the take, Strahd. We'll go to my man Tachi. What's up, Tachi?
Nice
Strahd,
to be
I'm
here.
on.
Yeah. Nice to be here. First, I just want to clear the air here. First, all four of these boys are confirmed conquerors. They have it. All four of them have it. We need to clear the air of that. Secondly, we're defining prime here. This is not the Odin that took an L after getting tricked by the disguised Momonosuke. This was an Odin that got to be able to be the shogun of Wano that we're talking about here, while paralleling the Dark King Rayleigh era that would have been those 5 years, because I think it's fair of us to all assume that the beginning of Prime Odin would have been after the return from Laugh Tale. Is that fair to agree? I think that's fair to equate that Prime Odin would have been past what he was doing against Kaido. Simply
so
because.
Tachi, in this discussion, it's the strongest version of Odin that we were able to see.
Okay.
So it would be the one that fought Kaido that day, the one that was able to survive the boiling.
Okay. That was what I was getting to.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing that up. Would that Rayleigh survive that boiling while carrying 9 of his homies? Does Rayleigh have the physical stamina of Odin? I do not think so. He can have advanced Conqueror's Haki coding as well as Whitebeard and Roger do. And that fight, it was a sickly near-death Roger, I will agree, but that fight was fought to a stalemate, so there is still no way that we can say that Roger and Whitebeard were too far off. I think the fact that they call Whitebeard the closest man to the One Piece should put it very close to how far the bar is. It's not that far off. So a prime Whitebeard and a prime Roger, I think that's just a stalemate. So it would go to prime Rayleigh and prime Odin, and I'm putting that over prime. I'm putting that to prime Odin. So put it to Whitebeard and Odin for me, because Rayleigh does not have the stamina that Odin does. We see that even his talk about him possibly losing to Blackbeard in some of the recent chapters. I don't think an 80-year-old Odin would have said that.
All right. Tachi, I appreciate the take. We'll move on to Strahd. And it's my fault. I didn't call you Oz earlier.
Yeah, I was about to say, hey, you got it mixed up, but what's going on? What's going on? I do not agree with some of the takes that's being had about Rayleigh. Won't get too in depth, but I'm going to give it to Roger and Rayleigh. I think it's a stream diff fight, no matter how you slice it. We can argue all day about Prime Whitebeard and Prime Roger and the sickness, and how a Prime Whitebeard was acknowledging a sick Roger and saying, "Oh, you look good," which means he knew he was sick and they were still on equal footing. So we could argue it all day long, right? So let's just say Rayleigh and Odin is the main debate here, which I believe it is. Odin never reached his prime. He died. He had a lot of potential. He was a great fighter. He was a beast. I mean, Whitebeard recognized him as a brother, right? Not a son. So that has something to be said. But I still think he died before he hit his prime. And if we're talking about a Legends fight, that matters. Rayleigh might have weaker. I think Rayleigh has weaker advanced armament than Odin if you really measure up to it. But he had better observation, better supreme. I know we can argue about that too, but at the end of the day, I don't see Rayleigh getting bodied by one named swipe from Roger into a tree like Odin did. I think he would be able to block that. Rayleigh was a second to the King of the Pirates, Roger. Odin was only a second commander, if I'm remembering correctly.
My only pushback is that he didn't know what it was. That's it. I'm so sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, no. I mean, I can see that too, but I'm just going based on what we saw instead of, the whole, well, if so facto. So at the end of the day, I'll give it to Rogers and Rayleigh, extreme diff, and it's because Odin wasn't in his prime, and that's going to be the telltale factor in the Legends bracket with no holds barred.
All right. Appreciate the take, Strahd. Well said. Zaki.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man?
Me personally, I feel like the points have been said, but I'm also gonna take Roger and Rayleigh here because I do think that people kind of underrate how much of a hockey master that Rayleigh is, because it's one thing to be good at hockey, but it's also another thing to teach somebody the ins and outs. That shows a great understanding on all levels of hockey, right? Not only did he have hockey admission, but he also, because he broke the cuffs or the around Kami's neck, he has the type of Rio that can destroy you from the inside, right? Odin has never shown that. The type of hockey that can actually destroy you from the inside, he's never shown that. Observation hockey, I'm also gonna give that to Rayleigh because we've seen him being able to teach Luffy that, right? But when it comes to Odin, we haven't really seen any observation hockey feats from him, like to the level of someone who was able to teach someone how to gain it, right? Especially over a small period like 6 months. And also, Conqueror's hockey, like I've seen it be argued back and forth that he may not have Conqueror's hockey coding because we've never really seen it on screen. But I just want to say, like, what else do you guys think he was doing there in that moment when he pulled up with the black lightning around him and like holding his sword? That's not someone about to use Conqueror's hockey coding. You could argue that it wasn't because we haven't seen him use it, but I'm of the belief that he has it. And so I definitely think that while he's stronger in all forms of hockey that we've seen, right? That you could say that Odin's faster, maybe. He's stronger because he's like his unnatural ability. He's kind of like Herculean, as Tachi said earlier. But at the end of the day, I just think we may have seen more from Odin, but I think we can argue that Rayleigh is more hyped up based off what we've seen. You remember when he's fighting Kizaru, and he's saying, "Man, I've gotten weaker because I can't help the Straw Hats, and I'm also fighting Admiral." Because I was like, "Yo, you should be happy you're just fighting Admiral by like at your age," implying that he could go further than just fighting an Admiral in his prime, which is a huge feat because we know how strong the Admirals are. And
Agreed.
Even in terms of his observation, he knew exactly how strong Blackbeard was, which is, like I said, me and Larry go back and forth about this, about measuring people's strength, right? And the fact that Rayleigh is the only person that does it like on an accurate level is kind of insane too. So what's up?
I didn't want to interrupt. This isn't the pushback part yet. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying. Yeah, so I definitely have Rayleigh winning because I think that in these fights, hockey is the most important factor when you have two people without a devil fruit. And so yeah, I'm taking Rayleigh and Roger.
All right. Appreciate the take, Zaki. Well said. Zenoy, who you got? What diff? And why? Zenoy, you unmuted, but we can't hear you if you are talking.
Zenoy's spitting right now. That's crazy.
These bars are so hot, they're invisible.
Damn. Yeah, we still can't hear you, man.
Yeah, I don't know how to change my opinion after that, man. That was such a great.
I saw green.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you now. What's up, man? How's it going?
What's up? I was saying I got Roger and Rayleigh.
Okay.
Yeah, like the majority. I'll say it's a high diff or extreme diff. This guy Odin was really subordinate, so I don't know why we even talking about this. Odin was just he was good. He's pretty good, but we gotta say he got like 2 shotted by Kaido. So I don't get how this guy. We're talking about him like we're talking about Rayleigh. You saw Garp mentions Rayleigh. Everybody that really ever pulls up on, they always put respect on his name. Like I don't
Facts.
know. Jinbei, Garp, every single person. You can't name one person that don't put respect on his name. When Blackbeard see this guy, nigga scary like always, want to run. And then in terms of hockey, we seen Rayleigh sent the whole island on the island when he was training Luffy. He sent the whole island, and he sent all the beasts, all their levels, and he knows Luffy's level, and he was like, oh yeah, you're not on that level yet. So that's his observation. Hockey's like Fujitori's level, because Fujitori was picking up all the rocks. So his observation is all there. And then when he pulled up on Blackbeard, like the other guy mentioned, we seen the conquerors coming out of him. So he obviously has conquerors coming. He obviously has that. And we seen him teach Luffy the Ryu, and he did the handcuff Ryu thing. He has all that. And basically with Whitebeard and Roger, that they're probably equal. So they're probably just gonna both be on the floor at the end of the fight. So it's not really, it's just between Odin and Rayleigh. And Rayleigh's gonna win that fight. And we seen, and the guy that was saying that Rayleigh has stamina problem, he was 78 years old. He's almost 80. That's why he was, and he said it because he was old. That's why he was hypothetical. He's literally old, and plus he's not active. He wasn't active, like he's not active like Garp and these guys. He was just freaking.
I was saying active. I was saying
hold on.
active Rayleigh, not old Rayleigh. He would survive that.
We're talking about primes, right? So he wouldn't be out of shape. So that's what I'm saying. When we seen Rayleigh, he was drunk. He was getting drunk, getting girls, and getting in prison because he was freaking gambling too much.
Bored.
He wasn't doing that. He was basically bored. And when he was fighting Kizaru, he literally says, "Oh, I haven't used my sword in a minute." So we know this guy was not active. He was just trying to get girls, do whatever he wants. He was chilling until these guys pulled up, till Luffy and them pulled up. So that's why he has stamina issues now, because he's been retired for like 20 years. He's chilling. Yeah, Roger really wins basically.
Okay, appreciate the take, Zenoy. I don't know if this is your first time. I'm glad to have you, man.
It is.
Awesome, man. Well, appreciate you. I think we only got two newer faces, or just one newer face in the entrance to the den. So, Larry, you could give your take now if you want.
Yeah.
You're muted, brother.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna pick Roger and Rayleigh.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be extreme diff. I think it's very interesting, instead of talking about Roger and Whitebeard, to talk about Rayleigh versus Odin. It's speculative. Like, this whole debate is speculative. I don't think either one of us can be wrong. There's only been like 4 people in the entire show that have been monsters when they were born, right? It's like Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, and then you can possibly say Odin, just because the things that Odin was doing at the age of like 6, he was like throwing boulders, and he like slapped a nurse and they went across like the whole room when he was like 2. So there's like a lot of things that go into Odin's character that just makes him like a physical force. And that's sort of like the LeBron versus like Michael Jordan type of argument to me, where it's like Michael Jordan isn't like as physically talented, right, as LeBron would be, but we know that Jordan is better based on, the way he plays the game, right?
For real.
And good shit out of here, bro.
And I think that's where it comes down to me. It's like, I agree with Tachi. I don't see Rayleigh necessarily having the physical capabilities of holding up, 9 or 8 other people while boiling in a pot for an hour. But necessarily, Odin never even used his Conqueror's Haki to knock out some of Kaido's men when he went to go fight them. And it was said that, people like Shanks and Rayleigh in the SBS could knock out 100,000 fishmen, where Luffy was only doing 50,000. And unfortunately, Odin's part of Wano, right? Like, Wano isn't necessarily written very well to me, especially towards the characters that are in it. So when I look at Odin, I think of, can Rayleigh break through the barrier that Odin was trying to break through to reach the old woman from the Kurozumi clan? And I'm like, well, I think Rayleigh could. I think he has the Haki efficiency for that. And then Odin doesn't do it. And that really bugs me because I think Oden can do it, but he just didn't, right? So Kaido was also 20 years ago. I don't think Kaido's that far off either. Kaido's talent and physical attributes put into one. He's like the ultimate person in One Piece, which is why I think that when we look at Oden versus Luffy, I mean, Kaido versus Luffy, I think Kaido can literally bang with like a prime Whitebeard, or he could even fight with a Roger, right? Was Oden able to take on this Kaido? Probably not. But the man was 39 when he died. And Rayleigh in his prime was 51 when he stopped Marco with one finger, which is only in the anime. So would have Oden gotten to that point? I absolutely believe Oden would have been a Yonko if he never died. He had too many allies. He was getting stronger day by day. And he literally took a break for 5 years. Maybe in those 5 years, he would have been at Rayleigh's level because he would have trained. But he didn't. So I got to go with Roger and Rayleigh. I think it's very fair to say so. And that's as far as I'm going to go.
All right.
I just want to say, I love the take of him being Yonko if he actually got to his prime and potential. I love that.
Yeah,
that would be an
I'll
amazing
actually concede
sight.
my main point to that too as well, because my only argument is entirely contrarian.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can argue that. Oden was very, and I'm going to get into my point, my viewpoint soon, but the way Oden's been portrayed in general, from his younger days to him being around Roger and Whitebeard and getting the clout that he got from being around them, and the respect that even Kaido to this point still had for him. If he was able to survive the fight with Kaido, he would have eventually been one of those Yonko level people, right? The question really becomes, is Rayleigh a true Yonko level person? Could he fight and defeat Kaido or Big Mom or Shanks right now? And in general, I want to actually talk both fights, because I think a lot of people just brushed off the Roger thing is either I think Roger's stronger or they're just a wash, right? And I think there's a debate to be made for both, obviously, but I'm gonna make the case for Whitebeard and Oden because they ain't get enough love in here, in my opinion. They just didn't. All right. One, Whitebeard was claimed to be the world's strongest man during Roger's era. Okay, that means while Roger was pirating the seas, before he became the Pirate King, the world recognized Whitebeard as the strongest man alive through Roger's death and beyond. Which means another thing. They fought several times, and to our knowledge, nobody's won, but that means Whitebeard definitely was. Because again, he never lost the title of world's strongest man. Beyond that, Roger died shortly after the flashback that we saw, right? Whitebeard had several years of being on top and maintaining that dominance, right? For decades, he was still considered the world's strongest man. He got scars from other people, etc. They still considered him that. Whether it was because of his devil fruit or not, he still had the Guruguru. He still has all the Conqueror's Haki status that you need. I don't know. I've just always believed that there's an argument to be made that Whitebeard was stronger than Roger, because you don't need to necessarily be the strongest. It's very possible Luffy won't be the strongest man. Yeah, I might disagree with that, but ultimately, you just need to find them road poneglyphs, somebody to read them, and get to Raftel. Luffy's gonna have all that and possibly not be stronger than some other people that are sitting at the top. Now I'll talk about Oden and Rayleigh. Obviously, they're both advanced Conqueror's Haki. I don't think there was a lot of debate on that a little earlier. I don't think we need to dwell too hard into that. But in Oden's case, he was paralleled to Luffy during his time on Wano. And he was also paralleled to Sabo and Ace when they did the comparison with the bandages on them. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Sabo and Ace were almost dead even when they were kids, at the time that Luffy gave the speech in parallel to Roger giving his speech to Whitebeard and Oden. And in general, his charisma and everything, he was looked at as this stronger person. He just didn't care about the strength thing too much. He was trying to go out to sea. So, like, he has more hype so much than Rayleigh, low-key. And because we were able to see him on panel a lot more than he's got some crazy feats. Tachi talked about it. Larry talked about it. His upbringing, him boiling while holding the people. I don't know that Rayleigh's doing that. He might be able to beat Odin in a fight, but is he boiling for an hour while holding tons? Like literally, like there was like multiple tons of people on him. He was holding it up. Maybe, possibly. I don't want to doubt Rayleigh. The fact that he had Enma, we see how Zoro's struggling to even deal with Enma. Like his will, his haki, his willpower being fed into that sword made it what it is to this point. Or at the minimum, he was able to deal with it. Listen, man, these are all facts about Odin that y'all just
made
ignored.
a monster out of that sword.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ignore these facts about.
I have an opinion on Enma, but I feel
literally cap.
It's not cap. Listen, he's had Enma since he was a young boy, and he's turned it into what it is. No, he never blackened, but I don't think Rayleigh's blades were black either. So I'm not gonna hold not blacking Enma over him if we're not holding it over Rayleigh. In general, like the fight with Kaido that we talk about, yes, he got rocked by Kaido, but he got jumped. He had to fight through 10,000 soldiers with his 10 people, one of which was a traitor. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's not like he just fought Kaido and lost. It was a fight of 10,000 people, and then Kaido was like, "I bet, let me go get out there and beat this dude," and he almost took Kaido out. Like he almost took him out after dealing with that. And again, it's not cap. It's not cap.
But that's a much younger Kaido, and
it is. Don't get it twisted.
And Odin.
Don't get it twisted.
Didn't know about
Don't get it twisted. I'm a hype Rayleigh
people. 10,000 people. I think Rayleigh would have just knocked them out, though, right?
Probably.
If Odin knew how to do that, he would have done it too. Remember, he was
Probably.
surprised by
The thing
what
is,
Roger did.
So the thing is, you can be more proficient in Conqueror's Haki to use it in that light, but that doesn't mean that your will is stronger than somebody else's. You know what I mean? Like I don't think Luffy's will was ever weaker than like who am I thinking of? I had somebody in my head and I lost it. But in general, like the will to tame Enma, the will to fight, the will to survive that, like I don't think we can knock Odin's will at any point. Like he might not have known he could knock people out by using Conqueror's Haki in that way, or just decided not to do it because he wanted to save energy to fight Kaido, whatever. Or just Odin needed to write it a certain way. Either way, I don't think we can knock Odin's will, right? Like I'm not knocking Rayleigh's will by any stretch. I just don't think we can knock Odin's will.
I agree with that.
A lot of people are saying that Kaido didn't need to use hybrid. Kaido didn't get to use hybrid because of Momonosuke shenanigans. Remember that.
Yeah.
That's true. The fight was cut off early.
I do want to acknowledge it was a much younger Kaido that we saw. I'm of the belief that Kaido got much stronger. But it really comes down to where you scale Odin, and I think he has the feats to scale him slightly higher than some of you guys did. Whether that makes him strong enough to defeat Rayleigh, I don't know. But I'm going with my guys just cause, bro. I mess with Whitebeard and Odin more than I mess with Roger and Rayleigh. I know that might sound, but I do.
Sounds hella crazy.
Hey, listen, man.
I just want.
You had your hand raised, bro.
Yeah. So Odin did know how to knock people out with his Conqueror's Haki. Ōshiradoji said that when Luffy knocked out Kaido's henchman, it was the same trick that Odin used.
Yeah.
And then Odin fought only 1,000 pirates.
There was not 1,000.
Yeah, bro.
You're lying.
And with the Scabbard's help too.
No.
There was only 1,000? I thought it was 10,000.
No, it was 1,000 versus 11 samurai.
I mean, maybe if he hit his prime, he gets that 10K. You feel me? But he only 1K. You know?
Yeah, and this is supposed to be prime Odin.
And those
this is supposed to be an Odin that didn't dance around for 5 years. And remember, he trained his guys.
Hey man, he had to do leg day. All right, he never skipped.
And those fighters are weaker than the fighters now because they had smiles and stuff. So those are weaker fighters.
That's speculative.
Smiles wasn't making people that much stronger.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they didn't have their smiles yet.
See more of a burden than a power up to me. But hey, that's still a tenth of what I said. So I'll acknowledge when I'm wrong.
And chat, it's not copium. It's just called being a contrarian. and
I
making
don't know
good
about that,
content.
Seb. I've literally
And
seen
then
you and
Queen-
Larry almost take each
Alright,
other's heads off
gotcha.
live.
Graceful way to
And
take
Queen-
that out. Graceful way
Yeah,
to take that out.
Queen
Listen, bro.
and
It's
King are weak
content.
at this.
Hey, listen, man. I will always ride for Odin. That is my boy. He was born Hercules.
Rayleigh's my
That's-
boy, bro.
Look,
Rayleigh's
if Odin
my
had
favorite
lived
character.
to his prime,
Totally.
sure, but he didn't. So that's just the reality of the situation.
But the
So it's
argument
Rogers
is
and
for
Rayleigh.
prime. That's the argument.
He
and it's
didn't.
so speculative.
Listen,
I
but listen,
know.
it sucks, right? Like, look,
That's
the boiling
fine.
water, all these things are really cool, but he didn't get to the level that Rayleigh was able to because of Prime living longer and doing more. So when we're at this level, when we're talking about these people, it's a legends bracket, right? There's no stipulation. There's no this, that, and the other. It's what they were and what we know. So Odin was just under Rayleigh because he didn't hit his prime. We literally all just agreed that if Odin hit his prime, he would have been probably one of the best Yonko, right?
Odin-
Am I wrong on that?
Odin was really subordinate.
He was a
No, I'm
subordinate,
pushing back on
but
that. He wasn't a
got-
subordinate on that ship at all.
It really depends
Yes, he
on how you view
Well,
it. Though,
even
right?
Rayleigh and Scopper both were like kind of casually willing to take him on when he ran up on them. So let's not forget that either.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
but
they
in the
weren't
manga,
like
it's
not concerned,
straight
but
up-
they also were like, all right, we're gonna handle this, and that was the second and third.
But
So
Strahd,
I
in
mean,
the manga, it's straight up stated that he got stronger after that.
Stronger.
Like much
Yeah.
stronger after his voyages with Roger.
Because he learned of what hockey was through
okay,
them,
but
right?
so wouldn't Rayleigh have also gotten stronger like simultaneously?
But the
I
rate
mean, y'all
of growth is
said
I
that
don't
that
think
was
so much.
prime
I don't know if
Rayleigh,
it's the same
right?
rate.
So that was his apex.
I don't
Well,
know
hold
if
on though.
I don't
But
think
yeah,
it
but
was
y'all
the
are
same rate 'cause he
saying
was older.
y'all are wanting to say that Odin was much stronger without being in his prime, but you're saying no, Rayleigh, we just cut Rayleigh off, but Odin
No,
gets
but
all
I'm-
this building he did later.
What I'm saying is y'all acknowledge that that was Rayleigh's prime already. Like that's
Yeah.
the strongest Rayleigh.
No, what I'm
probably
saying is
ever
Rayleigh
done.
in his prime, whatever the hell that happens to be. I ain't getting caught up with all these contract bullshit.
Yeah,
No,
whatever the
uh-uh.
Dark King era of Rayleigh was.
Alright.
That was
Whatever
probably
his prime
That
was is
was
what
the
I am
era.
quoting.
He became Pirate King what, like a year later? That was the no? He was 51,
You
which
cut
is
out,
basically your prime year. Huh? I cut out.
Yeah.
You cut out.
That was just
Oh.
the universe doing the right thing.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Seb, I don't.
The
Yeah.
thing that I wouldn't say that Rayleigh got as much strong as Odin because Odin was younger. Rayleigh was only like
Much
52.
younger.
already. Yeah,
Mhm.
Rayleigh was only 52 and Odin was like probably like 36 or something, 35.
All right. I'm gonna say one more thing before I give it up. When Kaido was thinking about them top 5, whatever strongest people, Rayleigh face ain't show up, man. Odin was there. Odin was there, and I know I call Kaido a capper all the time.
That's true.
He know who Rayleigh was, man. He
That
knew
is
who
true.
that boy was,
I'm
and
not
he
gonna
ain't
lie,
show up.
Kaido capped a lot that arc.
Listen, Kaido a capper. I ain't gonna lie, but Odin
Yeah,
showed
I'm about to
up
say, don't
and
leave that
showed
out.
up, and Rayleigh didn't.
All right, I just
Kaido
want
literally thought that he was Joy Boy, so don't be taking his word as gospel. You feel me?
I just want to ask the whole room something, because this is something that I casually always say, right? That Wano was written weirdly, right? Okay,
Mhm.
so we agree that like Rayleigh is stronger than Odin, but do you guys think it's a lot?
No, I don't
I
think it's
say-
a huge gap at all.
I
I
think it's
don't.
fair.
And I think
I think
it's
it's
only
fair.
in hockey. I don't think he's physically stronger.
Okay, do you believe that Kaido's men, his pirates, the Beast pirates, are stronger or close in strength to the fishmen?
Stronger.
Which ones?
Wait. You mean the ones now?
Yeah,
or the
which
ones back
tier?
then? You mean 20 years ago?
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Yeah, they were stronger
Yeah,
than the
yeah,
fishermen.
they were
Those guys were
fishermen level.
untrained.
They were
They were
trash.
untrained.
Wait, so you're saying that the fishmen are stronger, or 20 years ago the Beast pirates were stronger?
I think
The Beast
the
Pirates.
No, I'm saying they're the same.
Beast
They're like
pirates, I
around
think,
the
were
same.
stronger
The
than.
Except King and Queen. Except
Wait, are you
King and
talking
Queen.
the fodder?
The fodder?
Yeah, yeah, the fodder.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
fodder.
fodder.
They
fodder
be
was
pleasures,
trash.
right?
I don't think there's a way to know.
Well, there's no
Nah,
pleasures back then.
No,
Oh,
I just want
yeah,
to say
yeah.
something. The Fishman Army, they weren't like a pirate crew. They weren't Hodie's crew. These were just people who harbored ill feelings towards humans. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but
it's not like
fishmen are 3 times stronger than humans.
yeah, but they're also these are pirates in a crew that determines that strength is the way to be all the shit. In that
All right,
crew,
so
you know?
do you believe that they're much stronger than the fishmen, or do you believe they're comparable?
I believe they're stronger, but not much stronger.
All right, so I guess we're all in agreement that those beast pirates, the fodder, are not much stronger than the fishmen, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if Odin can use Conqueror's Haki and knock out people, do you believe he's 90,000 people less than like what Rayleigh could do in his prime against the fishmen?
Oh, Larry, it would be 99,000.
99,000. Yeah. Do you think there's a 99,000 gap between like their Conqueror's Haki?
No.
That's
I
a
don't
really
think that,
good
but I
point.
also think that Conqueror's Haki is used sparingly in the story to make things more epic, even though it's not the go-to thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's a Deus Ex Machina, and I hate it.
So that's what I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Do you think there's a 99,000 difference of Conqueror's Haki like strength
No.
between Odin
Hell
and?
no.
All right.
I think it's knowledge.
So that's what I'd be talking about, bro. But this is what I'd be talking about. Like during Wano, at least Odin could have knocked out half of those people, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
somebody.
saying? Like the fact that he didn't even do that just speaks that it was more about narrative for Wano than it was about actual scaling of power.
I mean,
Yeah, it was culture.
That's a good
I
thing.
mean,
though.
the Kaido and Odin fight was like 2-3 pages.
Yeah, but it was cultural. It was supposed to be like cinematic because like they were.
Larry, I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying, but I feel like in stories that does matter though. Like portraying the fight as something more desperate than it actually could have been. You know what I mean? Because Odin knocks out all of them, then the Scabbards are just fighting King and Queen the whole time. You know?
No, you just make Kaido the Hawks being that he is.
Yeah, I
mean, I don't get it. Like you just you make him do what he does. Like this
He
is
wasn't good at
Kaido.
hacks back then though.
You could have just went with my
We
story
don't
with the 10,000 people, or make it 100,000, whatever. Odin,
Nah, because his crew. How much was his crew? How much was his crew on Wano? Does anybody have the
27,000.
number for that?
I think it was like 36K.
No,
Total?
it was 27, I believe.
Yeah.
20, okay,
The thing about
27,000.
Odin, when he wants to hype up two characters at the same time, he doesn't know what to do. So he either makes them get equal portrayal, or somebody comes in and makes the win not satisfactory. Like we don't know who's gonna win. That's why he made the guy come in. So we don't know. We can speculate.
no, that's why you
the
make sky splitting, bro.
Yeah.
Equally hype people.
I'm gonna be
without
real.
showing anything.
I think Odin was nerfed.
He legitimately was because
No.
he was
It would make
trained in the
sense.
sword and not in the hockey, and then that
But
was never developed.
Is he nerfed because of the fodder thing, or do you mean just like in that
I
fight
think
in general?
I think it's because of that fodder thing, and also because of the barrier fruit.
Oh, the bear. Okay, Okay, this is what I always want to say when it comes to the,
The
barrier.
barrier.
Right?
The barrier wasn't there.
What if no? He's talking about the barrier when he tried to attack Orochi.
Oh,
and
okay,
they
okay,
put up the barrier, right? Do you think that the barrier is just like a plot thing where it's like you can't break this no matter what type of hockey you have?
I think it's
Yeah.
plot.
No,
I think it's
absolutely
plot.
not. Absolutely not.
Because
No,
if you go back
because
to,
think about it, right? Let's say Fujitora. Do you think he's just like, or not Fujitora? Like let's say the birdcage, right? The birdcage isn't as like it's the same thing as the barrier, right? Fujitora should have in
Just
reality
lifted
cut
it?
through that, right?
Yo, but I'm led under the belief that Fuji just could have broke it, but he just didn't want to.
Yeah.
At the minimum, he could have lifted it. Bro.
But
At
then
the
it makes it funny.
minimum.
But then it makes it funny.
He
'cause it's
could have,
like,
yeah, he should have been able to lift
He could have
birdcage,
just
right?
lifted
Just,
that shit.
if you remember
He
when,
could've,
Honestly, bro, he could have
if
lifted
you remember when
it.
Pizza, if you remember when Pizza was gonna hit, I think Robin and them and Bartolomeo when they were flying,
Mhm.
and then Robin was like, "Oh, put up a barrier," and he said, "Oh, I can't," or something like he's gonna get hurt. Like I'm like,
no,
and
he
it
said
made
his
him all-
barrier couldn't cover all that surface area.
So, but why didn't he put it on himself? I don't get how does that.
Oh, because
his
he was
moves are
flying-
weak.
he's
No,
flying,
because
it's
he
supposed
was
to,
more worried
cross
about
his
Robin
hands
and everybody
like that.
else.
It's
than
weird.
himself.
I don't know.
So
That's
so
what
I'll
I'm saying.
say
The barrier
this.
is more of a plot device thing.
Zachy, my view on the barrier is that if Odin would have used like like you can't tell me Roger can't break that barrier. You can't tell me Whitebeard can't pull up to that barrier. And he
What if they can't? What if
I
that
mean,
is
that's
the
the
case?
thing.
though?
Shanks is gonna fight.
we're
Shanks
at
is
a
going to him
point.
now.
Yeah, we're at a point right now where, like we say all the time, hockey over everything. Like,
Hockey
if
over
you're
everything,
reaching
right.
peak levels of hockey, there's nothing you can't do. Especially on no barrier from Barcelona. Like, come on. Like if
Yeah,
Barkley rips out a barrier and
Well,
Roger
we
pulls
also
up,
know that
break
you
it
can
through it.
also infuse and empower your own fruit through your own hockey.
Yeah,
Straight up
Yeah.
gear 4.
Nah, but
Now,
that old
if-
man didn't have shit. That old man didn't have shit. Let's be
Hockey's
That's what I'm
not-
saying.
But then against Odin, that just makes Odin look really bad.
If we're giving the barrier fruit to an apex person like a Whitebeard has it, now it's a different level of stuff you have to break.
Okay.
If you're just
Exactly,
talking about the
exactly.
barrier as is, no hockey, no conquerors, coding, no nothing, yo, these top tiers can break it. Kaido could have broke that barrier.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Can I
Oh, I
ask
believe
Do you
Odin
think that
probably
Odin
could've broke
couldn't
the
have just
barrier if
broken
he
the
used
building?
right-
Hold on. Do you guys think that Odin went full off mode when attacking that barrier?
Of course.
Yeah, but
Then why
but
wouldn't
here's-
the rest of the building
All right,
break?
so I have my own little mini headcanon where a lot of people think Odin just didn't train at all during the 5 years, but Shinobu made it seem as though he was cognizant of what could happen. That's why he was checking all the areas, and he was making constant trips to Hyogoro, who taught Luffy how to use Ryo. I'm of the belief he learned Ryo during the 5 years through Hyogoro. So he may not have physically had the tools to break the barrier in that moment, but over the 5 years, he gained Ryo. He gained the ability to flow hockey outward. Again, that's my headcanon. That's what I do to make that moment.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing.
Yo,
Do
your
you think-
headcanon is
Yo,
crazy.
Wait, was he?
Look. Here's my thing, though. Right? Let's say that Roger is fighting Boa Hancock, and Boa Hancock hits him with the love beam. Does he break out of that?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I think
Heck
that
no.
I think that
Yes.
Bro, he literally went to go have a kid and stuff. Bro, that nigga is not breaking that.
No,
What's the
I'm
question?
not saying he can't be turned. I'm saying if he's turned, he can break out of it using hockey. The way Law broke out of Doc
The
Q's
6-6
thing using hockey.
it's different.
Bro, you gotta be,
It's
you
different
gotta be
because
less.
you can't
I
even
think
you
you,
can't
I
even
think
think
with her
while you're
fruit,
stoned.
your conqueror's gotta be over your horniness. That's the only. That's the only.
I mean, that
way
is
to-
true. That is
Even
fair.
Blackbeard said you
But
got
we're
turned.
demeriting Odin. here
Anyone can
because
do it. It's the Pirate King.
I swear to God, he had Ryo when he was the daimyo, when he was training his Akazaya, even when in Kanjuro, like when he was telling them what two-sword style was. He already knew what Ryo was prior to like having that
he's seen
relationship
it.
with Yogoro.
Yeah, we
He's
saw
seen
him
it
have
with
it.
Roger and Whitebeard. Yeah, he's seen it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but hold
So,
on,
like,
hold on.
He
But-
only knew what Ryo was. He was
Oh,
awakened.
he's talking about
to what-
the advanced type of Rio,
Yeah.
right? The
Exactly. He was-
emission.
Yeah, he was awakened to its its capacity when Roger knocked him 5 feet back. Like we all agree on that. Like he just was surprised. Like that's why he even in what Larry said earlier with in the prison scene when Luffy was mirroring Odin, he described that as tricks. It was not like, oh, this is like actual emission of hockey. It was like something that Odin himself was able to specifically do because he had that trait, which is true for all conquerors, right? So, sorry.
But all right,
I'm
y'all. That was a good debate. It was a good topic. I don't know what Straw doing.
I
But-
tried my hardest.
It's
It's
strong.
Itachi.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my god. But all right, y'all. It looks like we have a winner. Looks like it's gonna be Roger and Rayleigh advance. And then we have to debate our next matchup. I'm gonna get another group.
Yeah.
Stick
picking
around. We can get you guys back in here for the finals.
All right.
Peace
Thanks, guys.
All right, cool.
I love the double Larrys.
Much love, guys.
They make a W.
Shout out to Tachi, man. All right.
But it's also like he had a hockey emission, right? Which is Rio. It's like if the barrier is hollow inside and I have an attack that directly hits you from the inside, I've been using that since I was a child. I don't even need Conqueror's hockey at this point.
Again, bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
know. I mean, you get what I'm saying, but that hopefully that like Conqueror's hockey versus 1,000 people versus Luffy doing 50. It's like, yo, come on, bro. Like Odin's stronger than that Luffy. Then
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Larry, before we bring people in, we did get another $5 chat from Kyrie.
Yeah.
It says, "No one breaking that barrier. The fruit is just that strong." Larry is downplaying. Thank you for the $5.
Yeah,
you know,
thanks.
but I just wholeheartedly disagree. I just do.
There's nobody that could say that that berry is just unbreakable. There's no devil fruit that then he would be the most defensive man of all time. Or like they would make something like title wise, right? Like they make with Whitebeard. Like Whitebeard's whole shtick was I'm incredibly talented and hockey proficient, but I also have a devil fruit that I could just turn up to the max and destroy the world. Like I'm gonna be considered the strongest man in the world. You know, same thing with Mihawk, right? Strongest swordsman because he's the best with his swordsmanship. But if like there's a person who's defensively the greatest of all time and nobody, no matter what type of hockey they have, can beat him, then wouldn't he have like a title too for like the most defensive person?
Right. You know what it is? You know what it is? It's like in a show that features so much, like the power system is based off of your willpower. It's hard for me to believe that you could eat a fruit and that no matter how any character, even though you can literally weaponize your will in the series, no matter how strong the will of any character, they just couldn't get. That's hard for me to accept.
No, I agree with you, man. I feel like that's one of the things where I'm just like, man, like I can't see somebody like Shanks or even Rayleigh. Like I think Rayleigh should be able to break that barrier with ease. Like anybody with like that type of firepower should be able to do so.
Bro. I don't know who brought it up, but like we literally have a setup for Shanks to like go after Bartholomew. Like what better moment than Shanks just breaking through that barrier in 2 seconds? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Better moment to prove what we're saying.
Yeah.
But that was good debate.
Yeah, it was.
I still think
very healthy.
That Odin didn't get enough love, bro. In that.
Listen, I mean, Odin. Listen, man, he would have lived, and we'd be having a different conversation probably for who would be the strongest.
All right, for this next debate and Sengoku, the question is, we talk about Prime Big Mom. We've never technically seen her. You know what I mean?
No, because she's 73, I think, right now.
Right.
I think she's 73.
So like,
I'm not too sure.
Look at Mosh. Mosh, get in the Discord, bro.
Let me see. Yeah, Big Mom is 68. Sorry. So we don't really know what she's like at 51, right?
Right. You know, she's still throwing that thing back, obviously. All right. Let's get another 5 in here.
Yeah, I guess I'll just pick again. We have Aaron Tate. I think Ragnar finally unmuted himself. Balenci, Traverse, JT, Michael Jimenez, and then we'll just go with Shin. And then we'll choose the other 6 together again.
Awesome. How's it going, gentlemen? You already know. What's up, Traverse? What's up, Michael Jimenez? I don't know if you've been on one of these DDT before, but how's it going? And Ragnar. Please tell me you was able to unmute yourself. And what's up with you?
Yo, I'm out here, man. Sorry about that.
What's up, man?
Just chilling in the entrance to the den. I can't even talk. What's up,
bro? I've been here for hours waiting for y'all to open up, and then I went away for like an hour. Came back. I was like, oh shit, I forgot it's supposed to start right now.
It's all right, man. I saw you in there. I appreciate the dedication. But all right, I'm glad we got you in on this one because it's your boy Kaido and your girl Big Mom.
Hey, let's go.
Versus Garp and Sengoku. So I'm gonna go to you first. Who you got? What diff? And why?
Well, you know, shout out to the Mama Church, any of the Katakuri stands, any you know what I'm saying, y'all know what we're about. But I am a Kaido stan. I am a Big Mom, you know, cultist. The thing is, this is Garp Kujo, bro. Like this is Garp. This is like like these are the 2 people Roger said, yo, if you're gonna send somebody, send these 2. So like if there was any Marines I could think about in history that could fight Big Mom and Kaido 1v1 both sides, it would be these 2. And if it was anybody I think had the power to actually like damage Kaido with just bare hands, it's gonna be Garp. And I think Sengoku is like right up there with like tanks, up there with like freaking what's his name? The big fish that Blackbeard goes around with. And
Sanwan.
yeah, Sanwan. I think Sengoku's durability is similar to like Sanwan's in how his ability works. Getting giant and causing shockwaves and all that stuff. I'm not saying Sanwan can do that. It's more like how the size impacts the battle. I don't think there's any hockey benefits though any one has over the other. I would say Garp has more armament than probably Kaido and Big Mom. If I was to speculate, I don't want to make that speculation though. I would say that Sengoku is probably not a Conqueror's hockey coding user, so I would go with Kaido and Big Mom just based on that. And it would be mid-diff.
Jesus.
Mid-diff.
Jesus.
Mid-diff, Ragnar.
Yes. Well, for one thing, they're slow and old.
Oh, no,
We're getting
no.
in prime?
Everybody's prime. Everybody's prime. Everybody's prime. Everybody.
Wait, what do you consider Kaido's prime? Currently or 20 years ago?
I'm going to say current. I
agree.
think
Good. We agree.
Current Kaido is
What do you
prime.
consider Big Mom's prime? Currently or 20 years ago?
Probably like 15 years ago. Yeah,
15 years ago.
A lot of kids. There's a lot of
Big Mom and Kaido stomp low diff.
Oh,
it's prime. Oh my god.
He said
He
prime.
doubled
This is a
down.
different story.
You got Prime Big Mom. Yo, has
It's
anybody ever
Prime
heard what
Garp.
I say about Prime Big Mom? Has
It's
anybody ever heard what
Prime
I think about Prime
Garp.
Big Mom?
Prime Sengoku.
Listen to me. Prime Big Mom was only stalled during her time of complete world domination because people like Kaido existed in her generation. That's the only reason. Nothing else.
I don't even know what to say to this.
Yes.
I really don't. This is Garp fist, bro. This is Garp. He literally went up against a crew that had Big Mom as like the fourth guy. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, we got Big Mom too, by the way.
Zeb, both him and Sengoku went against 𝐶𝐭𝐬, and 𝐶𝐭𝐬 out there still. Name somebody that Big Mom and Kaido can go against by themselves and they still out there. I can't think of one person.
𝐶𝐭𝐬 got bodied, bro. What are you talking about? I don't think he even saw damage from
Name somebody that fights both Kaido and Big Mom and still got a body by themselves.
Luffy. All five of the people on the rooftop, they alive. They alive. Chill.
Luffy survived fighting humans as a god.
Zoro good, yo.
Zoro not even count. Zoro's the
Killer
sword
good
gods
too.
people.
Killer good too. No devil fruit. No nothing.
You said you sounding desperate. You sounding worst generation to compare with. Come on.
Oh my god. I appreciate the take. I appreciate the take, Ragnar.
Chat.
Well. All right. I'm gonna go with Shin.
Yo. So with this, I'm gonna say my answer can change based on what people say. That's what I'm gonna say. But I'm going Big Mom and Kaido. Cause I'm gonna say this. Hey, Garp don't got Conqueror's hockey. You know, we don't want to speculate. we don't want to just give people Conqueror's hockey apparently no more. So like,
nah, let's speculate.
No. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. He don't got Conqueror's hockey.
Now you
got
almost.
Conqueror's hockey. I'm not trying to hear it. So we not gonna speculate no more. Cause Miho don't got it. Garp don't got it. Rayleigh don't got it. Man, I mean like. So Kaido and Big Mom, based on everything. Sengoku got the Buddha fruit. It can create like what, shockwaves or like barriers or something. We didn't even see like the full capabilities of it, but I'm pretty sure it's a pretty powerful fruit. Garp the Fist, you know, Luffy's granddad, Monkey D. He got all the stuff, but then we got Kaido and Big Mom. Kaido with the homies. You know, Kaido with his devil fruit, with the durability and the advanced conquerors hockey, just like Big Mom. But like I said, Big Mom emotional. She's not gonna use the advanced conquerors unless like she's in an extreme fit of rage or like something happens to her. That's the only way she can use advanced conquerors hockey coding, in my opinion. And then Kaido is just he's him. He's that guy. That's Kaido. That's the Oni king. So I got Big Mom and Kaido, negative. I mean, Big Mom and Kaido, I death. Not extreme death. I give it extreme death. But like I said, my answer can change. It based on what people say. Like if we throw in speculation, I just want to say Mihawk and Shanks would have been far in this battle. That's all I got to say. But like if we're not throwing in speculation, apparently because we can't go based off what we want no more. I'm like, Garp don't got it. Garp don't got Conqueror's Hockey code.
Shin, as always, you can speculate in the DDT. It just got to be reasonable. Garp having Conqueror's Hockey is a reasonable expectation.
It is. Bro. Like I said, my heart and mind is with Garp and Sengoku. But just to play the devil's advocate, and just because people don't want to give Mihawk's Conqueror's Hockey, hey, Big Mom and Kaido got it. I'm just mad Mihawk and Shanks not in the tournament, honestly. That's what I'm mad for. But Big Mom and Kaido.
All right, Shin, I appreciate the take. I'll go to you, Aaron. You seem like you ready to go.
Well, I actually don't want to go next, but I do want to say it's weird that we're 1,000+ chapters in and there's certain characters that haven't been confirmed Conqueror's users. Like you would think by now certain characters would have been confirmed to have Conqueror's Hockey. We haven't even seen Sengoku use Conquerors, but it was still confirmed that he had it. So, and I'm not saying that it's unreasonable to speculate that Garp has Conquerors, but don't you think that characters like him and Mihawk, at some point, like 25+ years later, they would have been confirmed to have it if they did?
You know what I'm saying? Why not? I can tell you why not easily. Garp has been only seen to do at least something like of importance in Marineford, and he just got slapped by his grandson until we see like God Valley or like this next arc where Garp is gonna head to Full or that's when we'll see it, or if we'll see it. And then with Mihawk literally has probably been shown the same amount of screen time as Crew from Alabasta. Like Mihawk barely has screen time whatsoever. So, and he hasn't done nothing of importance in the show. He fought Zoro, that's it. And then we just see him travel around the ocean. And then the next time we see him, he's in Cross Guild. We haven't really seen no other fights for Mihawk. So that's why he hasn't been confirmed Conqueror's Hockey, period. But like I said, I think he got Conqueror's Hockey just like Garp. But to play devil's advocate.
Shin, just say you arguing to argue. Because that's what you're doing.
I am. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm arguing to argue. I am.
Just calling you out, all right?
Well, I haven't decided yet, so someone else can go.
Wait, so you want to change your vote to nothing? Oh, no, it's Aaron. My fault. Yeah. All right, 𝗲𝗏𝗏, haven't heard from you yet today. What's going on?
Yo, my bad. I was a little late. I was reading Kingdom. But
hey,
yes, sir.
𝗓𝗏𝗏 a fraud. No, I'm playing.
No, Sam. This is One Piece stream. I don't even want to get into that.
Fraud what? No, he stopped.
But you know, I'm a big Garp fan. You know, #1 Garp supporter. I'm gonna give it to Kaido and Big Mom. Extreme this. You know, I got like Kaido top 1 all the time until we see something from Rocks. I think he's beating Roger. Hot take. And you know, Ragnar convinced me a bit.
Who beat Roger?
Yo, it's not a hot take. That's facts.
Oh,
you
God.
said who beat Roger?
I said Kaido. I think Kaido got that.
Yeah, because Roger and Whitebeard losing to the Supernova on the rooftop.
Listen, man. Kaido, strongest creature all time. In a 1-on-1, bet on Kaido.
Yes, sir.
That's just how it is. That's how it's always going to be.
I don't know about that Roger take. It's all speculation, though. So, hey.
You right. And I like to speculate.
Yeah, I do too. But apparently some of my speculations just be out the water. So
I might just get a speculation tattoo across my chest.
I'm going to be real. I wasn't sure Larry was coming back. I was not sure Larry was coming back, bro. I was not sure on that one.
I apologize for that, big bro, but you know, this is how it goes.
That was a wild one. But I appreciate the take, Traverse. Oh man, Balenci.
We was just talking about this in the VC, and everybody said we was gonna say Garp and Sengoku, but no, Ragnar want to be giving good points about Big Mom being in her prime. So now I'm contemplating, and I want to pick Kaido and Big Mom because, like, yo, the Soso fruit in her prime. That just sounds crazy to me. Teamed up with a prime Kaido who could damn near do anything. I mean, I have hopes for Garp and Sengoku just for the simple fact that Garp is like him when it comes to hands. Can't nobody compete with him. And then Sengoku, I don't really know nothing about his double fruit like that, but I just know he up there apparently. But Big Mom just seemed a little tricky because we don't know nothing about her, and she could just be overpowered. So just based off that fact that I don't know nothing about her power, and it could just be like mind blowing, I'm gonna go with Kaido and Big Mom. High def, no extreme def. Fuck that.
All right, I appreciate it, man. Big Mom was definitely souls in her prime, bro. No doubt about that. But we'll move on to JT.
Alright, so in the den, Shin was like, we finna say Big Mom and Kaido, cause they be talking about speculation. So I was about to say Big Mom and Kaido purely out of spite, but the more that I think about it, try to defend them, Big Mom and Kaido got it. So there's like a lot of things I could say here. There's a lot of things I could say, but I'm gonna start spitting. All right, hold on. Listen.
Hold on, y'all collaborating in the den with game plans on who y'all gonna vote for?
I am not a part of this.
That's what we doing now?
Hey, listen.
I don't know what you talking about.
We are an efficient group of individuals.
Hey, bro.
Bro,
yo, Larry, you hear this, bro?
Cross Guild.
I don't know what I'm hearing, bro.
Bro, they said they in the den concocting up game plans for who they gonna vote for.
It's collusion.
It's collusion. Y'all colluding.
Hey,
colluding.
it's all speculation on y'all part. It's all speculation. That's all speculation I'm hearing.
That's crazy. Hey, whatever it takes to get a W, I ain't mad at it. JT, speak your piece.
Right, Larry, you might as well just mute me, bro, because I'm about to start saying some wild stuff. So you might as well just mute me. First of all, Garp is a straight fraud. Garp is a fraud, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh, you sound like Ragnar with Vegapunk.
Listen, bro. This man Garp is a fraud, bro. Listen, he took orders from scumbag admirals his whole life. Bro was like, his only feat is Roger asked him to pull up, bro. That's his only. You cannot name another feat. If we're not speculating, that's fine. He doesn't have conquerors then at all. Nothing shown. Kaido, strongest creature. If you can bet on a 1v1, bet on Kaido. Big Mom has had the worst display of almost any character I've ever seen. I know that she's stronger than that. They were just trying to hype up Kid because Oda's super, super weird. But listen, Big Mom, she can work Sengoku. I'm telling you, she can work Sengoku. I mean, even though Sengoku was older, bro, look at what he did at Marineford, bro. That was straight embarrassing. You can't lie. That was embarrassing. That Buddha punch was lame. It did not do anything. And just to back up the fact that Garp does not have conquerors, bro. What kind of conqueror is letting your grandson die? All right, that's all I gotta say.
Oh my god. JT, that might be the worst take I ever heard, bro. He said Oda just wanted to hype up Kid.
Oda loves to hype up.
Yeah, he was. You tweeting on the Kid part. You doing good.
Yo, I just love how Kid's still catching strays, bro. He hasn't been in the tournament for like 3 weeks, bro.
Be realistic, bro.
No, Kid like that. You tweaking.
Bro, Kid not like that, bro. Come on, bro. How long it take him to build that dang scrap gun, bro? Come on. Big Mom, she handling that. If it was real, if Oda did not hate women, she handling that. If Oda was not a sexist, she handling the two of them, bro. Come on.
Two panels. That's what you gonna say?
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, big,
Even
yeah,
though she
Big Mom
literally
handling that, bro.
he had to, he literally was scared of the bull and had to turn it around.
Hey, listen, I'm just wait till Big Mom and Kid, come up in a later Davy Dark tournament. But just wait, I'm gonna say my points. I don't want to give you time to think, but Big Mom handling that, easy diff.
I don't think anybody think Kid being Big Mom in a straight 1v1.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
no,
crazy.
you can give Kid like, I'm trying to think of someone strong. You can give Kid Katakuri. They not beating Big Mom. Come on.
Katakuri not strong enough to be a factor in that fight. I mean, you got to raise the stakes
Yeah,
up.
I'm trying to think of someone
I'm not
good.
gonna lie,
It don't
Shinny
matter.
Mike is out of there right now.
Defended Kid in this Discord for about months now. Wow.
Failing. But all right, JT, I appreciate it. We're gonna go to Aaron Tate.
Man, this is tough. This is tough. Like the entire time I've been trying to make an argument for Garp and Sengoku. Because to be honest, this may be an unpopular take, but I actually think Garp in his prime is stronger than Big Mom in her prime. We don't know if Garp has Conqueror's Haki, but we know that simply having Conquerors doesn't make you stronger than someone. It's how you utilize it, right? We know Big Mom has Conquerors, but from what we've seen, she doesn't use it proficiently like other characters we've seen use it, right? The only time we've seen her actually utilize Conquerors is when she's under duress or when she's in a high stress situation, like when the picture of Mother Caramel broke and she was like flabbergasted and she was just wailing and using Conquerors. We didn't see her use advanced Conquerors coding until she found out that Tama was being attacked and she got extremely angry. But outside of those isolated situations, when have we seen Big Mom actually like willingly and intentionally use Conqueror's Haki or Conqueror's coding? We haven't. So I think she's less proficient with Conquerors than any of the other, top tiers that we've seen. And again, Seb says it all the time, Garp is one of those exceptions that could hang, with the top tiers without having confirmed Conquerors. We talk about God Valley. For all we know, Garp was the only Marine of note at God Valley, right? Any other Marine, there was none of the current admirals were there. No, it wasn't any Marine from that time period of note wasn't confirmed to be there. So for all we know, it was just Garp and a bunch of Marine fodder with the Roger Pirates fighting against the Rocks Pirates. Is anybody gonna say that Garp was weaker than Rayleigh? I don't think anybody's gonna say that. So if Garp was behind Roger and Roger was fighting Rocks, Garp was more than likely fighting the second strongest person on the Rocks Pirates. Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, whoever you say is the second strongest. I think Garp probably has that. And so I think that's what gives Garp an advantage over Big Mom. Or that's why I would argue that Garp is probably stronger than Big Mom in their primes, toe to toe. But then that leaves the question of how strong was Sengoku, right? Yes, Sengoku has Conqueror's Haki. He has the Buddha Devil Fruit. Shockwaves are pretty strong. He could, increase his size to match, Kaido's size or Big Mom's size. I don't think, as strong as I would like to think Sengoku is, I don't think he could. I think he could put up a good fight, but ultimately he would lose to either Big Mom or Kaido, which is what I think would give Garp and Sengoku the disadvantage in the 2v2 versus Kaido and Big Mom. So ultimately, I will go Kaido and Big Mom high to extreme. I would give a high to extreme.
Okay. All right. I appreciate the take. I did not expect a sweep. I'm gonna be real. I just did not expect that. Apparently there was collusion. There was collusion in here.
That's all speculation.
Listen,
I really wanted to give it to Garp and Sengoku, but there wasn't enough on their side, I feel like, to just flat out give it to them.
all right, it's fair. If we go on by strictly feats, we definitely got more from Kaido and Big Mom. I'll say that. But all right, y'all. We're gonna get another group in here. We appreciate all the stick around for the finals. Maybe not. We'll see.
All right, gang.
Y'all be easy.
Hey, Larry, I don't know what you're shaking your head at, bro.
I ain't shaking my head at nothing, man.
Some wild takes in here today, boy.
I've never seen Larry cheese like that in my life, boy.
Right. Riboku is like that.
He even saying Riboku's name wrong. Shit.
Yeah, I don't know what's up, bro. And then I think that was everybody, right? I think I got everybody.
Our food and
Was Michael in the other one? The one just now? Jimenez?
I think so, right?
Yeah, was he?
There we go.
All right. Welcome back, squad. How's it going? Y'all know the matchup. Kaido and Big Mom versus Garp. Who you got? What diff and why? And we'll start with Berserk Kurt. What's up, Kurt? Ooh.
Somebody dropped.
Kurt, do we got you?
Yeah, I'm here. My fault. I'm watching on the stream. Like, oh my god, shit! They will call my name.
It's sorry, man. How's it going?
Everything all right, man. Been busy. Just got for work.
All right, I'm still waiting on them nuke videos, but who you got? What diff and why? Kaido and Big Mom versus Garp and Sengoku. All prime, by the way. All prime.
All right. First off, let me just say that that mid diff and low diff was absolutely insane. I don't know what world. These are top tier people. There is no such thing as low diff and mid diff with top tier people. I'm just get out of the way off bat. If I have to say which one I'm going with, I would have to say the Yonkos just because of Kaido. I mean, if it wasn't for Kaido, if it was Big Mom and like someone else maybe, but I gotta go with Kaido. Even though I feel that that Garp is like Garp is top tier. Garp is like I feel he's like right there on this. I think he's above. I think in prime he's above Rayleigh, and I think he's above Rayleigh and like very near Rocks. I mean not Rocks. Rogers. I think he's very near Rogers. If I'm gonna be honest. But if I'm gonna keep it a buck, keep it all the way real with you, I'm gonna have to give it to the Yonkos. Big Mom, her prime as well. I'm pretty sure with her Congress hockey, she was utilizing the proper way. She was a demon, most likely.
All right, I appreciate the take, Kurt. Ryunosuke.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, man? You're a little low.
Wait, sorry, what'd you say?
I'm closer to the mic, brother.
And you get much higher. I put my mic down. There we go. Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. I got Garp and Sengoku Supreme Diff. I mean,
creating diffs,
dude. This is gonna be a super hard fight. This is gonna be a super hard fight for them. I gotta give it to Garp and Sengoku though for a couple of reasons. Garp was able to go toe to toe with Kaido and Big Mom's captain. Of course, he got help from Roger, but I don't even think that Big Mom and Kaido could do the same that Roger and Garp did to Rocks. Also, we are also seeing him casually punch mountains to dust for practice. And I don't think we've ever heard anyone else do that. And it wasn't even practice for Roger. It was practice for some guy that just splits continents with his forehead. And if Sengoku's strength is comparable to Garp's, since his strength was also acknowledged by Whitebeard, 𝐷𝐸𝐴, and Roger, he most likely has all three types of hockey on top of that god devil fruit that he has. And if his fruit follows any of mythology that for the Buddha, then his fruit could potentially make clones of himself, teleport, emit fire and water from his body, levitate, turn invisible, walk through walls, and other powers. And those powers that I listed were only seen in one story of the Buddha. So his fruit could do a lot that we just probably haven't seen. And if we're going to skill, Big Mom is easily the least skilled fighter in this group, without a doubt in my mind. Being caught off guard and thrown off a roof, or falling off Onigashima, for example, it doesn't matter who it was.
That was a plan by Kid!
It doesn't matter who it was, or who she was fighting, or how seriously she was taking that fight. She was fighting to win in that circumstance at all. She was fighting to win, and she still got thrown off.
It outsmarted her. Don't underplay her.
That's not.
Yo, if they
Don't
outsmarted her,
oversell Kid. Calm down.
wait, if they
You're
outsmarted her, that means her battle IQ wouldn't be as good as theirs. And that goes into my next thing. They're Marines. They have higher battle IQ and they have high tactics. The last time I bring this up, you guys were like, "Oh yeah, they have battle IQ, but Akainu and Aokiji aren't as strong, so they can use those tactics, but they probably won't work because they're not as powerful." But Sengoku and Garp are as powerful. So I think their tactics will be a very, very big play, a very, very big part in this fight. I mean, Big Mom and Kaido do have their advantage with their Dover Fruits. I mean, Big Mom can heal herself on top of her durability. Plus, she has homies. Kaido has his skills and his dragon form, plus the power of his hybrid form. But I really don't think durability matters, because I think they have Conqueror's Haki, or Advanced Conqueror's Haki, if they're fighting against Roger and the likes of them. So they could most likely just negate their durability. This is all I have right now.
I would love to push back. Can it please be my turn?
Go ahead.
All right, I appreciate the take, Ryunosuke.
I love your Ryunosuke. That was a very, unironically, that was a very well structured take. I will commend you on that. So first, I have to establish that right now, as of the story, Garp is not confirmed as a conqueror. Neither is Mihawk. But that speaks more to their armament than anything, because Don Chijao is a confirmed conqueror, and yet Garp caved his skull in. So that's speculation to how Haki is supposed to interact in the future. But going to this fight in particular, we can look directly at not God Valley, because that's entirely speculative until we get the flashback for that. We can look directly at what happened with Shiki when he broke out of Impel Down. Was it not a 2v1 for Shiki?
That is true.
Then how would it not be a wash for Kaido and Big Mom, who are objectively stronger than him?
Do we know that though? I don't think we know that.
Among the list of people that Sengoku listed of the Rocks Pirates, Shiki was 5th.
So, Tachi, real quick, we don't know how much Garp and Sengoku struggled. They could have just beat his ass. We don't know how far they had to go. Just because you jump somebody, you know what I'm saying? King and Queen might, if King could beat Marco potentially by himself, he still was, you know?
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. Personally, cut out. But I also see 20 people here. So like the damn stream. Put a like on that stream if you're watching. It's really good content, because it's a very good structured debate. It was not, we didn't get to see the full extent of that fight. You're absolutely right. But the fact that Shiki was able to get away when their job was to put him back in prison, and he was so convicted to the point of escaping that he cut his own legs off and replaced them with swords, and then just exclusively used his devil. Yes, Shiki was weak. You're absolutely right, chat. This is a win for Kaido and Big Mom. I will allow for room to retort.
All right, appreciate the take, Tachi.
Listen, y'all gotta stop hating on Shiki. The boy destroyed half a Marine Ford, but that's all I'm gonna say. While he was getting jumped. So
that's not even a downplay on Shiki. Larry, that was a W take. You're absolutely right. But this is a W for Linlin and Kaido through that same logic.
I mean, Shiki fought him, but they still lost, so.
Of course he lost. He got jumped.
All right. We'll go on to Zaki.
All right, this is probably the hardest. I'm not gonna lie, I had to think of. The last one was hard, but this one's even harder because you pretty much have the 2 strongest Marines in history, right? 2 strongest Marines in history, without a doubt, right? And you have 2 Yonkos. So my heart, I want to say Garp and Sengoku, but my mind, I'm thinking Kaido and Big Mom. Even now, I'm still a bit undecided. I'm one of those votes that could change, honestly, right now, because In my mind, I always have had Garp on that same level as like Larry said, like Rocks and Roger, like the OGs, the old legends, right? Just because he was known as that guy in that era, right? And Sengoku in this fight, Sengoku is probably like I would say a little bit, if not on the same level, then a little bit weaker than Garp. But one thing you can't underrate about those two is that they have, I would say, way more experience together as like teammates, right? And they also have Sengoku, who is the greatest tactician. This is somebody, right, who was able to turn the tides on Whitebeard multiple times in that Paramount War, right? Another 𝐲𝐿𝐭. One more thing I want to say is that all that aside, I just think Kaido and Big Mom have shown much more, especially Kaido, right? Kaido is somebody that has advanced Conqueror's coding. Kaido is somebody that has insane durability, insane speed. Remember, he was speed blitzing Luffy with Future Sight. This guy is fast, right? And then so the way I see it is that if Big Mom and Sengoku are going at it because they're the second strongest in these pairs, then I think Big Mom just has way more versatility than Sengoku. She can fly. She has the homies. She has advanced Conqueror's Haki as well, the advanced version, not just Conqueror's Haki and Fusion like we're talking about with everybody else, right? And they're like destructive capability wise, the 𝐷𝐵𝐹 spear that she uses is just insane. So yeah, my heart says Garp and Sengoku, but my mind I'm gonna have to go with Kaido and Big Mom here.
All right, 𝐲𝐿𝐭's really pulling away now. I appreciate the take, 𝗍𝒩. We'll go to 𝗍𝑁𝐽.
I got Sengoku and Garp. They're the top Marines. Eva Roger said, bring Garp or Sengoku. So if Roger putting respect on their name, I'm going for respect on their name. And that's it. That's all I got.
All right, short, sweet, to the point. I appreciate the take, 𝗍𝑁𝐽. Oz.
Yo, y'all know me, man. I'm a Kaido stan. You know what I'm saying? He's top one to me right now. So, and I mean, if we're talking about Big Mom in her prime, if I remember correctly, didn't Roger steal a rubbing from Big Mom back in the day, and he decided to run away because he didn't want that smoke? Not saying that he would lose, but he just didn't want to actually like fight her. Or am I tripping?
He
worked
did
smarter,
sneak
not
into
harder. You're
and
correct.
out of Whole Cake Island in order to avoid a fight with Big Mom. Whatever,
He was
however
smart.
you want to take that.
Exactly. I'm not saying that he would have lost, but I'm saying he recognizes that you don't want that
he
smoke with Big Mom.
remembered the
You're not gonna waste energy when you're on top on the fodder below, bruh.
All right, bro.
He even remembered how pretty she was.
All right.
Look, he
But
was
yeah,
not trying to have no other descendants of the Nays. You feel me?
Strauss, let me go, bro. But yeah, no, I got Kaido and Big Mom, man. It's just Kaido's just built different. Like we've seen what he's capable of doing, and you know what I mean. I do respect Garp and Sengoku. I do recognize that their strength, but like in my all-time list, I have Kaido and Big Mom both above them. So it's an easy take for me, and I'll say high to extreme just to be respectful to Garp and Sengoku because I love Garp too, man. But Kaido number one.
Garp and Sengoku downplay is crazy. Oh my god. I am flabbergasted.
What second are you gonna say?
Flabbergasted how you have them.
It's bad to be bamboozled, huh?
All right, Strahd, you're the last one. Who you got? What diff and why, man?
I'll keep it short and sweet. I know, obviously, the 𝐲𝐿𝐭s are probably gonna take it from the way it's looking, but I got the admirals. Gotta go with Garp and Sengoku. Biggest reason for me is personally, and also I think it's pretty widely accepted in the story as well. Garp's like the Marine equivalent of Gold D. Roger, like the Pirate King himself. So that I think it kind of speaks for itself. Sengoku also, it's a lot of speculation on Sengoku's part because of his fruit, and like Renosuke was bringing up with the Buddha properties and things we haven't seen. I mean, I really want to put an asterisk on this and revisit this once we get that God Valley scene in those panels and we actually get a little more information. But just I'm gonna stay with the admirals. I'm gonna say it's extreme diff fight. It's a very hard fight, and it could go either way. I mean, I guess you could say I would be a teetering vote, but I really need to see God Valley. But for now, it's Garp and Sengoku for me.
All right. Appreciate the take, Strahd. I don't think anybody has joined the V on the entrance 10 to different take. So, Larry, it's on you. Who you got?
Hold on, real quick. I'll change my vote to Garp and Sengoku, man. Change my vote, bro.
All right.
Look,
Why are you
I'm gonna go with my heart on this.
Why?
Zaki, you got to speak your point. Why did you change?
The reason I'm saying this, right, is because when I think of God Valley, I just realized in my head how insane that shit is, right? So you have Rocks, Kaido, Big Mom, right? Wang Z, Captain John, Silver Axe, like these. How many people are there compared to how many people Garp and Roger brought? Like, let's just say, like the fact that they as a crew lost there is insane to the point where they disbanded. That has to be like one of the greatest feats in the entire story for Garp.
As it's perceived right now, yeah, that's the problem. We need clarification. So I really agree with that, and that's like I say, I hold Garp so high, up there, man.
It's like
saying they're downplaying.
He was called. I know everyone will say, yeah, he was called by Roger, and I get this, that, and the third. But I mean, he's the equivalent on the Marine side. Like
narratively, I agree, but like,
well, I mean,
right
yeah,
now,
we can say narrative this, that, and the other, but I mean, Garp's literally training people, and they're like, pardon my language, but shit characters, and they're not so shit now. You know what I mean? Just because they're in his vicinity.
Facts.
I mean that you don't have to say that makes him amazing and great, but that's still a notch in his belt.
Sometimes
overall.
monsters just stay monsters. Kaido was a kid. He was a monster.
I get that. I'm not downplaying them at all. Trust me, I'm a Kaido stan. It's just I believe Garp, prime Garp,
legitimately from how it was worded.
And we're talking about a show again that's based on willpower.
Guys, one at a time.
Because based off of how it was written and worded, it was the entire Marines, excluding Sengoku and Garp and the Admiral. Sorry, excluding Sengoku and the Admirals. It was like led by Garp. He had a few fleets, and then it was the Roger crew taking on the Rocks crew of 9 people. So I agree with you. The situation was very ambiguous. We don't know the numbers. We don't know what the circumstance was. We don't even know how it happened, the fall of. So I will concede to that. But
well, let's not just say like 9 people as a brush off, as in like probably 3, 4, 5 of them people didn't have conquerors and weren't monsters on that crew that Rocks was also like reining in, which we don't even know exactly how he did it. But on a show based on willpower, we have to assume willpower is going to trump devil fruits. And I got Garp trumping most people's devil fruits.
And can you imagine a ship like that surviving? My God, all those different ideologies just conflicting.
I
mean, all right.
Go ahead, talk your shit, Larry.
I was gonna come at Zaki, bro, hard as hell for him picking Kaido and Big Mom, just because there's such emphasis on this very speculative coward in the series by the name of Blackbeard, who happens to have the Gorogoro no Mi, and the big thing about him is that he doesn't need these extraneous hockeys because he has 2 devil fruits, and one of them happens to be the strongest in the world because it creates the greatest of shocks, right? He supplants Rio because he could just shockwave somebody and it hurts him from the inside. Well, Sengoku can do that. It's just not expanded to the point where he can create tsunamis and turn the world upside down, right? But when it comes to one-on-one, Blackbeard is supposed to be able to hold his own. Well, Sengoku can do that, and he has conquerors hockey. Yeah. So I'm glad you switched up, because I was gonna come for that ass. But now that you switched up, now we cool. Now we cool. So
Go ahead.
What I will say is, listen, I understand this is probably the most speculative fight because Garp and Sengoku haven't had the shine in order to showcase any of their abilities to their fullest. I think that what's known about Garp is that he's cornered Roger a bunch of times, and they've clashed countless times. And Roger even states, get any other Marine that's like out of here. It has to be Garp or Sengoku that's going to be worth my actual time. That's from the Pirate King himself, bro. I
Yeah,
can't say
that's-
enough how like strong it must mean Garp is, but it also means how strong Sengoku is as well. And like Zaki hit the nail on the head. Like Sengoku's a master strategist, right? Like at the end of the day, like, you know, Sengoku was the one who actually had Akainu somewhat trick Squardo into stabbing Whitebeard. Like he's able to generate these ideas mid battle. So he has the edge in sort of the IQ battle for this fight. That's going to be an upper hand, right? But you know, for me it's like if Garp could bang out with Roger, can Kaido do the same? I would say yes. But would it be a harder time for Kaido? I would say yes. It really depends because it's speculative, right? Like Kaido, I still think has more in the bag that he just didn't show. So I think he can compete with Roger, with the likes of Roger. That's just my opinion. So Sengoku is the weird one, in my opinion, because Sengoku has a god fruit. He's what, one of the 2 people that have god fruits in the whole verse, besides, you know, Chopper's mythical human fruit.
No, it's only
human.
Luffy.
Yeah.
It's mythical Hito model, just Daibutsu. No one else is called God but Luffy so far.
Yeah, so it's
based
like
off of God.
there has to be something with the Buddha fruit that we just don't know of. Plus, he has Conqueror's Haki. That's confirmed. So that's going to be infused into whatever he's doing. I think the right choice is picking Kaido and Big Mom, but I really want to pick Garp and Sengoku. So even though I don't have the actual evidence or facts to pick them, I'm going to pick them based off the fact that Garp can compete with Roger, who competes with Whitebeard, and I'm going to leave it at that.
I got some smoke. I have to address it. You're just like me in the previous one. I picked my choice out of passion, but we cannot compare the Sengoku shockwaves to the Goro because in that same war, Suru outright says at the beginning of it, like Whitebeard, if a normal person was just chilling on the other side of the planet, they would be able to feel the shockwaves of what Whitebeard's fruit specifically was doing. From what we've seen from Haki so far, we have not seen that on a global scale yet. I will give you that.
Just because you could feel it, that's just how an earthquake is. That
Yeah,
doesn't mean-
that's
exactly.
But for example,
that's how a tremor works.
No, but think about it, right? If Akainu hit Blackbeard that same way Whitebeard did, I mean, come on, bro. Like what? Even though Akainu's fruit doesn't have that range that Whitebeard does, the attack potency is just a whole different category.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A normal person would have died if Blackbeard wasn't what he was, and he got Gura to the face. I can see to that point, absolutely. But the fact that Garp and Sengoku were not able to put out the damage to literally kill Whitebeard, but all of Blackbeard's crew was. And then if you mirror
that was the Whitebeard on the edge of death while he had his brains hanging out his head.
I agree with you 100%.
And 2 holes in his chest with like 146 bullets and a stab wound, and
he was on the stairway to heaven already.
Now let's
Man was on the
parallel
final
that
rift.
with what Kaido did on Roof Piece. He fought 2 entire armies and only took an L when he actually believed in something. So like, let's not downplay what these other guys are doing just because of Garp's merit, because it's absolutely merit. The fact he doesn't have Conquerors caved in a Conqueror's skull, absolutely, that is merit based. But one of them has Devil Fruit, the other one doesn't. Both of the other ones have Devil Fruits. Speculatively awakened for Kaido, speculatively awakened for Linlin, but like I said earlier, monsters just stay monsters.
yeah, but
How you
Garp's
feel,
literally
Seth?
on the marine equivalent of the Pirate King of the shows about willpower that could trump those Devil Fruits, or at least making it an equal battleground. And I'm pretty sure he would still be able to hang. Like, I don't think it's just a wash just because that guy didn't have a Devil Fruit.
It's a high diff fight.
It's an
I have to
extreme
put-
death fight. I think it's crazy to say it's high.
I mean,
I-
the fact
I
that he can
would-
hang with them without a devil fruit just proves how strong he is, right?
Yeah,
Shouldn't his-
Supreme Diff. I'll give you that. I'll concede to that. Supreme Diff, Linlin Kaido.
Like I say, I need God Valley because I need my view to be solidified, but we just don't have it yet. But I'm staying with the Admirals, and it is what it is. Extreme Div.
Gas wouldn't be gas if it wasn't smoked, you know?
All right. I appreciate the takes, everybody. Larry made a lot of really good. Everybody's made good points. I think on both sides of the fence here. There was a couple wild mid and low diffs earlier that.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
Look, you don't have to bring Ragnar in here every time. You know that.
Monkey D. Shin, you are baseless and creditless, in my opinion.
That was crazy. Yeah, dude.
Wait. Didn't Shin have Akainu and Kuzan over Kaido and Big Mom?
I don't remember.
He did.
I think he did.
Slanderer.
Listen, there was a lot of collusion. All right, it was pointed out earlier. There was collusion.
And you act like they ain't in there every single episode pre-gaming. Don't let them lie to you.
Yeah,
wow,
that was wild. Before you go, Seb, I do want to give credits to Don Chinjao. I feel like he gets a lot of flack for what happened on Dressrosa. The dude was the leader of the Hoppo Navy. I think that's how you pronounce it, Hoppo or him.
Yeah, Hoppo.
And the main guy's power was the fact that he can split a continent in half. There hasn't been anybody that's been comparable to do so unless they had a devil fruit. With that, and like Garp had to actually train in order to fight him. So I don't think that Don Chinjao being not a feat for Garp is not credible to Garp. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta start adding that to the basis of what Garp can actually do, and it generally means that was prime Don Chinjao, right? Garp could probably split a continent himself. So when we talk about attack power and armament, this is the peak of armament, bro. It's like, I don't think we could get much higher than that. And from what we've seen, right? Like if we use Roger as a basis, Roger had like a year left, I think, after he recruited Odin, and then he just slapped Odin away with one swing, sent him flying. Like Garp might have, did a lot worse, I think, if he was really being serious. I'm not saying that I'm correct. What I am saying is like, Garp it. There's 4 people in the verse, man. It's Rocks, Whitebeard, Garp, and Roger, dog. And like those guys reign supreme. For me, at least. All time.
That's how I see it too. Honestly.
That's fair.
Oh yeah. Yep. I will agree. That is the legend bracket.
All right. And again, a lot of really good takes today in regards to this fight. I circle back to episode 76 of that One Piece talk, where we did the revised top 30 of all time. And I don't know if you guys saw that episode. We use rating system like we do K or Madden, where everybody was ranked out of 100. We had Roger and Rocks at 100. We had Garp at a 99, and we had Sengoku at a 98. Kaido and Big Mom were 97, I believe a 6 or a 95. I don't remember what Big Mom was exactly. But clearly,
well, it was probably a 95 because of you, but whatever.
You know how I feel.
That's
fine.
You know how I feel.
Also, can I get an age-appropriate Linlin, please? That's
she's old enough to. I'm not gonna keep making these jokes. But regardless, we over here at TOPT seem to hold the legendary Marines in a higher regard than even the Yonko in their prime. So, like everybody keeps bringing up, he fought Roger. He was fighting, and I assume he fought Whitebeard several times as well. Garp did whatever he wanted to do, and he fought whoever he wanted to fight. And they were never able to take him out straight up. God Valley, I mean, again, Strahd mentioned we need to see it. But even just the fact that he was the most preliminary figure on the Marine side, and the Marines still technically won the day. I know Roger obviously won the day, but the fact that it was him, didn't know Sengoku was there, don't know if Bogart was there, don't know what kind of backup he had, don't even know if Rayleigh was there. The fact that he and Roger were the most prolific figures on the side that won tells me that he could bang with even the strongest people to ever do.
He got the moniker Hero of the Marines from that alone.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Granted,
Shiki was there.
Yeah. Granted, it is a relatively hyped up claim because it seems as though he did it by himself when he obviously didn't. But he still only had seemingly. So to me,
you cut out, Seb.
I cut out.
Yeah, say that again.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm having internet connectivity issues.
Just speak less. Just speak less loudly, bro.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, just turn your volume
Literally
down.
cut out as he spoke.
All right, I'll try to be less loud.
Yeah, just
in my opinion, Garp is top like 4 all time, and I think Sengoku is probably top like 10, top 6 all time. And to me, people pointed out Big Mom's skill issue when she fighting. I don't think it's so much of a skill issue, but it will factor into a fight with these levels of people. When you're fighting conquerors who are legends in this way, where they've been in the game, they've dominated the marine side of this thing for decades. So to me, I'm going with the marine legends. I'm going Garp and Sengoku, but it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to win.
Tell me I'll change your votes, bro.
Fraud. Like the biggest disservice that happens with this is that that I'm pretty sure a lot of people would want to give the old Marines more like love. It's just hard when they have no feats. That's like that. It runs the same problem when you talk about Shanks, or when you talk about Mihawk, or when you talk about what happened on Punk Hazard with Aokiji and Kaido. It's just like so much stuff is done off panel, or we don't have like the facts for it. It's just all speculation. And like for something like this, I feel like something like this, when you're speaking of the best, it's hard to give people like such godly expectations when we haven't seen nothing. We just going off a head canon then. But I do understand. I do understand what you're saying for a fact though.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
I do want to add one more thing too, like for Garp. I don't know where everybody places Akainu during the Paramount War in their like top 30 all time, like at that point of where he was in his career. But like this is also a man that happened to want to kill Akainu, and he was going to because of what he did to Ace. And Sengoku had to stop him. You know what I'm saying? Either way you interpret that moment, in my opinion, it does make Garp not the hero of the Marines anymore because it is being televised. But in my opinion, I truly think he would have took Akainu out, and it would have been way easier than it was for Whitebeard, who had a hazardous health condition at that moment where he is knocking on death's door and he knows he was going to die. Like that's not the same strength Whitebeard that we've seen before, but I think that since Garp was an active, Marine, he was able to contend to those statuses of the world of the greats still. So it's a matter of opinion, but again, my opinion is not always right, but I feel like Garp would have took out that Akainu. So
all right, it looks like we do have a winner. It seems the Yonkos have taken it. The YouTube chat was very even. It looks like the Marine led percent of the vote, 51.
You cut out again, bro. I told you, you gotta speak like a Zen master. Stop being so loud.
I ain't even that loud.
You probably have noise suppression on.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him that it's probably an adjustment that needs to be made for noise suppression.
I don't know how to do that.
Put on this result, I'm telling you.
It should be in the voice settings. It should be in the voice settings.
Yeah, but
Go to voice
Vicky
settings
Wiki
and then-
Linlin takes the dub, and I'm happy.
So how close is it right now? Because if it's real close, I will switch my vote right now. If it's that close.
Nah, just switch your vote. Just switch your vote. Just switch up.
He just wants pandemonium.
No, you just convert making fun of it.
It's 9-6.
I'm switching up. I'm switching up.
Wow, you're gonna make it 9-7.
Yeah,
so it makes it 8-7.
Well,
that's beautiful. So that means that we can do a continuance, right?
Hold on, Kurt.
We can account for the chat's vote too. That'd be an extra vote for the.
That's 1%. I'm not doing that.
Yo, Kurt. So like, are you gonna name why you changed?
Yeah, you gotta give us why, man.
I'm going to say why I changed because you know what? know what? Larry did just like made remember that Garp did tell Sengoku, if you do not hold me down, I will kill this man. And I really do kind of believe now. I think about it. He probably would GG's that boys, cause I'm pretty sure I'm pretty
Agreed.
If Whitebeard was not hurt, I mean, and not sickly and dead, I mean, on death door, he would have definitely killed. He definitely killed him like hands down.
Allow me to welcome you back to the church, brother. So, who stopped Kaido during Marineford? It was Shanks. It wasn't Rayleigh. It was Shanks. Who stopped the war against the Kainu? It wasn't Rayleigh. It was Shanks.
Oh,
I agree.
Were you really trying to say that, Garp and Sengoku at Prime would have been able to take on the God Valley Prime versions of these characters? Because I don't even think God Valley was Prime.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
No,
yeah, but
God Valley was not the
But
Prime.
you realize Garp is only a little bit older than Whitebeard, Shiki, and Lilin, like probably like 3 or 4 years. So this whole talk about Prime, he wasn't in his prime either. This is Garp before he even had a beard. This is young Garp.
Mm-hmm.
And Kaido also carried an entire island.
Yeah, but
while fighting two armies.
Okay, let's just say this, right? Let's say
Isn't Garp human?
Let's say God Valley. Right?
I meant Kaido. If I misspoke.
Do you guys think Rox was fighting Roger? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think he got double teamed because Garp and Roger were both there in the silhouette.
What was all the other 9 pirates doing? All those other guys?
Probably fighting everyone else.
Come on, man. They had to be jumping Garp, bro. That's why he's known as the hero of the Marines.
I mean, he could have saved a lot of Marines. I don't think that a lot of Marines survived.
That boy Bogart was stunting, dog.
We need
that
some
boy
Bogart.
Bogart was stunting, dog.
Yeah, but the only reason I bring that up is because people say, well, oh my God, everybody on Rox's crew are so young. It's like, bro, Garp is only like 4 or 5 years older than most of these people.
Hey, hey, Larry, quick
Closer
question.
than y'all think. It's Garp and Sengoku, I'm telling you.
I don't have it. It's such an easy dub for them.
Wait,
and the utility
Tachi,
of
I got a
their
question
fruit.
for you.
Yes.
So do you think Shanks from Marineford is stronger than Prime Garp?
I think they're comparable.
Comparable. So you think
Yeah.
Prime Garp is as strong as Shanks from Marineford?
Prime Garp would have been able to take on a Prime Kaido, yes. I would say that he would lose, but they would take him on extreme diff.
Prime Garp would lose to Kaido? But Kaido was scared of Shanks from Marineford.
No, he wasn't scared of Shanks. Come on.
That's a little speculation. Kaido not scared. Hold up. No, let's not disrespect
Man,
Kaido.
he walked all the way back to Wano like a crybaby.
We don't
Now
Hold
we're just
up.
making stuff up. Come on.
I'm not gonna tell him no Kaido disrespect. Kaido not shook.
Yeah.
So it was him and King
Listen,
too.
Naomi, that was a diplomatic conversation at best until we see a panel by Oda.
Yeah, because like
Yo,
it was
Larry.
him and King.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Because it's so close on both the YouTube and in the Discord, do you want to bring the original group back in if anybody's
Yeah.
you want to just call
Everybody
them?
wants to change their vote.
I don't know, man, because they were all voting wrong to begin with before we got in here.
Nah. People were converting their changes all because they love their characters and the new recent stuff.
Exactly.
Like, hey, bro,
I voted
listen.
on facts.
You said it.
Look.
You said it yourself. You said it yourself. Oh, I'm gonna switch because of my heart, not my mind. You were saying
Exactly.
that.
All of y'all even conceded to that. Larry even accepted that.
Look. I said at the start I chose them because my mind over heart.
We agreed
Then
objectively. Why would you supreme diff?
after hearing Strahd's argument, his wonderful, flawless argument, I just agreed.
You're welcome.
It's flawed within its concept.
Hey, no one
because,
asked you, okay? No one asked you. All right, buddy.
You can still point it out. It doesn't matter whether you ask. It can still be a dick with
You want to go? Okay, you want to go?
What do we want to do, y'all?
Yeah,
I say bring some people in.
I
Why
say
not?
revote.
Yeah,
It's
we're
so
gonna have to
close.
bring more
And
people.
we had some collusion too.
All right,
stuff.
Larry.
Larry, why you gotta get
everybody over.
sentimental?
Tachi, 1 second. Larry, bring everybody over, and we'll just get a final tally. I'm gonna bring it all back to 0, and everybody just say who you got. Don't need the diff. Just let me know your votes, okay?
I'm
You
gonna
know
keep
they're
it
down
a,
there pre-gaming. They're lying right now.
I'm gonna keep it
That's
a
fine.
bug. I guarantee you, I may be wrong, but I feel like I'm very confident that Traverse has switched his answer. Well, we'll see.
All
We'll see.
right,
We'll
let's
see.
see it.
No, he
All right.
hasn't. It's
Guys, just mute up. I'm gonna have these guys go, okay? But we're gonna keep everybody in.
Roger.
All right.
Yes, sir.
No, Seb, just leave it as 8-7, bro. Don't take everybody's vote away.
We're getting all their votes again now anyway. I want to start from
Oh,
scratch.
you want to start from scratch?
Yeah. All these people went already.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to get it clean, even.
It's gonna take like another hour, right?
I'm not getting the cake. I'm just getting who they think wins.
Yeah, vote.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, just to vote.
I was gonna say this back and forth is gonna go way harder now. All right. Yo, Discord is so damn cool that you can do this.
Yeah. You filthy animals.
Yo.
We have to confirm the vote because there was some and it's
Sebastian
very
cut out
close.
again.
Damn it.
Talk
He said there was
lower,
some
bro.
tomfoolery earlier.
I get it though. He said tomfoolery. I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm getting everybody's vote. I don't need your take. I just need to know who you are voting for. So, confirmed winner of this bracket. Starting with Aaron Tate.
Garp and Sengoku.
Okay.
Hold on. Before everybody else starts voting, everybody's been watching the stream and watching the conversation we just had, right?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Just wanted to make sure.
All right. Ragnar.
Yo, Larry, what was the conversation? Did something change?
Yeah. People's opinions. It wasn't a straight up 6-0 for Kaido and Big Mom.
Okay.
It ended up
So
being
I'm going-
8-7. Kaido and Big Mom.
People got sentimental.
Sentiment. I felt
Just
sorry
votes.
for
Just
them.
votes, guys. Come on, just votes.
Oh, Kaido,
just
Kaido,
votes.
Big Mom. Sorry, Kaido, Big Mom.
All right. Balenci.
Kaido Big Mom.
Berserk Kurt.
Garp and Sengoku.
Okay. Javerse.
10 toes down. Kaido and Big Mom.
I was wrong.
JT.
That was a bar.
Kaido and Big Mom.
All right. Shin.
Kaido and Big Mom. Did a tie happen? Am I missing something?
Oz.
Kaido and Big Mom.
Ryunosuke.
Garp Sengoku.
Tachi.
Wiki Linlin has this.
Strahd.
Garp and Goku.
Zaki.
Garp Sengoku.
Larry.
Garp Sengoku.
Did we miss some? Did we lose somebody?
I think somebody dropped.
Yeah, somebody must have dropped. Damn it.
It's,
We did get 2 more people though.
It was
So-
It was Janoi.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what his take was even. That's crazy.
Pretty sure
I
he
think it
was
was Kaido and
making-
Big Mom though. But we did get. Well, there are not 2 more people in the den. Party Pete's in the lounge. Could drag him up.
Yo, kidnap his ass. Kidnap his
Yeah,
ass.
we about to kidnap
Yo,
Kami
scoop
and
him
Amy.
up real quick, bro.
He's the tiebreaker, bro.
Wait, Aaron, these are
You gonna
tiebreakers?
just kidnap people?
Hold on,
Seven-
hold on.
seven
Let me go over there real quick. Yo, Party Pete and Kami Hades. We have
What's
a
up?
tie going on between the bracket right now, and they want your opinions. Do you want to come in real quick?
Sure. You know.
It's
why
up to
not?
you. You don't have to.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, I'm gonna drag you in, okay?
Pull me in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All
please
right.
drag us in.
All right.
We got 3 people additional in, so we will have a tiebreaker. We got General 30, we got Party Pete, and we got Kami. Once we get those 3 people,
Let's clutch.
we will know who wins.
Who's
I'll
gonna be
start with
first?
you. I will start with you, Party Pete. Who you got? What diff and why? And no rebuttals. We need to move on to the next round.
Wait, who's up?
It's Kaido and Big Mom versus Garp and Sengoku. All prime.
I'm gonna give it short. It's Kaido and Big Mom.
Okay.
Everybody's
That's my
prime,
boy.
by the way. Everybody's
prime. All right. Appreciate the take. Party peep. Kami.
Gotta agree. Kaido and Big Mom.
We have a winner.
Gang.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. This was so close. Oh my god.
To be fair,
Wait, hold on.
Night, night, Larry. Night, night.
Hold on.
To be fair, me and Dee were not watching at all.
Prime Lilith solos.
Hold on.
Look at that objective take.
Hold on,
That
hold
was
on.
an absolute.
Hold on, let Larry spin.
Hold on. So we do have 30 in the group. Let's get his take.
And we up by
Sengoku,
two?
man.
Huh?
Garp and Sengoku.
That's 9 and 8, right? And what was the YouTube chat? Sengoku. It was Garp Sengoku. Hold on. What was that? What was
Yonkos won the YouTube chat.
For 2, bro.
Last couple votes came in. They got the 70 votes.
Yeah, I was about to
and they
be
won.
a D and just be
Hang
like,
on,
yo,
wasn't
9-9,
Johnny's
bro.
original vote for Garp and Goat?
All right.
I don't remember what Johnny's vote, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
They won.
They won.
That's it. Thank you, guys.
Can I say one thing though? Can I say one thing though?
Yeah.
WDDT.
I want one thing, right? Is I don't know how Shin had a Kaido and Kuzan winning over Kaido and Big Mom, but he didn't.
Hey, yo,
That's
big
all I want to say. That's all I want to say.
This final point.
Go
No
ahead, bro.
Yonko system existed prior to Linlin's time.
I mean, they had Rox and Roger, so
Regardless,
they couldn't have a Yonko system.
they couldn't bang with them.
It was a Duco.
They couldn't
Hang
bang
on.
with them. They let them have territories and countries.
Yeah.
Hang on, don't let Shin go though.
Yeah,
bro.
Shin, you stay here.
Hey,
What's
shut
up?
Shut up, fraud, bro. I'm out.
Come on, I'm
Garp is
for
a
all the
fraud.
smoke. I'm for all the smoke. What y'all trying to do?
Yeah, it's Garp and Linlin.
Hey, no, Shin, that's a wild take.
It's Garp getting topped by Linlin. That's basically what happens.
All right.
You say
So hold on, guys. So
Guys, do you really think Sengoku? Do you really think Big Mom would beat Sengoku? That's the question now.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Prime Big Mom.
that's not the question.
That's
Larry
not
goes
a
next.
question.
My vote.
All right, look, it's over. It's over, bro.
yeah, it's over.
not a
So
question.
Seb, did you want to do the last round now, or did you want to do it
That
for
was a
another
good
day?
round.
It's gonna take too long, man.
All right,
It's gonna
then.
take a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I
do
kinda
it
got
another
to
day
go.
then. So just to let everybody know, since you're all here already, the next finals is going to be Roger and Rayleigh versus Kaido and Big Mom. So if you guys want to prep for that for next week, and then after that week, we're going to have a exciting new bracket where we're not going to talk about any of the major top tiers of all time. We're probably not going to talk about them for a pretty long time. I think I'm
Dope,
done.
though. Wait, that's really dope.
Yeah,
Actually, that sounds super dope because it sounds like Kid might actually get a win.
Yo.
Nah. He better not be on that list. He's got 3 billion on that bounty poster. He's got 3 billion on that bounty poster. He better not be
Can't
on
wait
that
to see people debating for Usopp to win something.
Yeah, so
Kid will probably win if long as no
Definitely win, bro.
I will.
If it's no top
100%
tier and it's all mid, you know Kid's gonna win.
Listen,
That's
y'all,
his
I
territory.
will
It's only because it
100%
rhymes
take a
and
vote
you don't know any other
as to
music.
whether Kid should be on the mid-tier tournament. I will take a vote.
No, not mid tier.
No, he should not be objectively.
He's from Capital Mid. What are you talking about? He lives there.
If you're
Put it
first
in chat.
commander in a
Put
boat,
it
you're
in
not
chat
mid
with 2 different icons. Like,
Gerard, you gonna have to see me outside, man.
Kid will be
Dude,
around.
we live in the
Not
same
slander
state.
Kid like
I will
that.
meet you anywhere.
You're putting him in the same tier as Idio.
all right.
Idio.
It's
The
a tie.
grand-
It's a tire, guys. But yeah, we're gonna have an exciting tournament after the finals, and I think that we're gonna have a lot more fun with that one.
Yo,
So
Larry,
yeah,
did you just pronounce satire?
Wow.
yeah, why not?
Come on.
I don't want to hear nothing about. I
Jersey.
don't want to hear nothing about the way I pronounce asparagus no more.
No, you said
Asparagus? Oh my
that
goodness.
sounded like an ancient
Oh,
spell.
that don't even sound like a failed way to
Asparagus.
say it. What are you saying?
You said
Asparagus.
Bro, wait, did he
You're
say
trying to make up your
Azarath
own
is
language just so Kid can be relevant.
Asparagus, yo, Shin, you
Yeah,
good, bro?
It wasn't even a
Shin
part of
got a
that
problem,
conversation.
yo.
Tried.
Shin
Yo,
didn't play.
Shin,
He
you
didn't
good,
do his
Shin?
phonics, bro.
Bro, y'all
You know
always
a
go
kid
against
spells
all my
backwards.
picks.
Take that out of your mouth.
All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, same time. You already know. Thank you for the vibes. Thank you for you. All right, guys.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Best debate ever.
It was
Love
long.
y'all.
All right, thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Love.
Deb, I
love,
gotta
chat.
talk to you about Riboku soon. 'Cause
Yo, it's Riboku, bro.
True.
Like,
That's
what's
true.
with the
That's
pronunciation?
true.
Riboku's weak, bro.
It's Riboku.
The slander was
Riboku's
crazy.
weak.
Like,
I don't get the slander.
Stop dissing Riboku like he not one of them.
It's easy to understand why shit can't pronounce things because he backs Kid. Asparagus,
Oh my
really?
God.
yeah.
Kid is gonna be the future Whitebeard, bro.
Yeah, okay.
get him
And where's
outta
Whitebeard
here.
at right now? He's dead and not relevant in the story anymore. It's where Kid gonna be.
All right. All right.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. Good bracket. Good bracket. I can't wait to get over with these guys, man. I know we were talking about it earlier, but I'm so sick of it. I think this one was better though because it wasn't taken too seriously. It was more speculative than ever. So I think I had generally a better time. But regardless, I just want to get away from these guys now. No more. We do it all like Kaido and Big Mom for how long now, you know?
Bro, I was voting Garp and Sengoku, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, you just cut out.
It's been like 8 straight weeks. It feels.
Yeah, but
all right.
That would be the last one. But same time, next week. Do you have anything you want to say? I don't have anything.
Yeah,
to say.
actually, I'm gonna try to make sure that we can. Gonna be out of town next week. I'll try to bring like a laptop and the. But I might not.
Bro. You just gotta speak lower. I don't know why you can't speak lower, bro.
I can't speak lower, bro. I can't. It's like it's against my religion, bro. I was saying that I'm actually. I was speaking low and it cut out again.
Yeah, you see.
I was saying I'm probably going to be out of town next week, but I'm going to try to bring my webcam so that I can still stream from the hotel. But in general, this was a lot of fun, guys. I love doing these DDTs. The reason we do it is so that we can engage with you.
Yeah, I guess I'll just speak for Sebastian. He just wants to engage with you all, and we're gonna have a much better time next week. And then obviously the weeks after that. So thank you on top of more thank yous. Thank you for all the super chats that you guys sent out today as well. Also for signing up for our memberships. Also, if you haven't actually visited Sebastian's YouTube, he has a personal YouTube. Do you have anything coming out, Seb?
Yeah, I've been working on the rap game reflected in One Piece. That's gonna probably. I think I cut again.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You want to text it to me?
Oh man, the rap game reflected in One Piece. That should be the next video that drops on the signature.
On the signature sub channel. When is it? When do you have an expected date?
Within the next 2 weeks.
All right, but
yeah.
All right. For me, I have my own personal channel as well. It's almost at 1,000 subs. I think it's about to cross 700. I have a new theory coming out. I'm working on the visuals right now not as we speak, because obviously I'm doing this, but it's in the works and it's a really good theory. I want to tell you guys the title right now. That way it's something to be excited about. And then I just want to give you a short synopsis, but I won't give you everything. It's going to be titled why what's it? Hold on. Okay, 1 second. I forgot the title already. It's a really good one though. It's called The Ancient Kingdom Needed to Be Wiped Out Theory. And it basically focuses on a conversation between two important people in the series. And it reflects on a lot of foreshadowing that Wano has on the Ancient Kingdom. and why the ancient kingdom needed to be taken out. It's really good. It came out really nice, and the visuals are coming out dope. So I can't wait to show you all. Especially I want to show, my best friend so he could see it first. Because this one I think is gonna be a crazy banger. So stay tuned.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it, man. Seriously.
Yeah. But other than that, thank you guys so much. This is that One Piece talk. My name is Larry.
Seb.
And